what did he say?
In Taylorsville?
In Taylorsville.
What does anybody say in Taylorsville?
Yeah.
Something doesn't feel right in Taylorsville. The text just came up.
Oh, okay. Because?
Over the weekend, dead. Tragedy. Mm-hmm. Kill Bill star Michael Madsen, dead at 67. Not just Kill Bill, but that song.
Well, that's where I think where most of the world was exposed to Michael Madsen, and what a good actor he was because of that song.
In
Reservoir Dogs, Tarantino's first film. And it's a great scene where we get to see just exactly how sadistic that character was. Mm-hmm. Because he puts on the super sounds of the 70s that they've been listening through for the entire movie. Mm-hmm. And Steeler's Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You, is on as he's torturing a policeman who is tied up to a chair.
Mm-hmm. He's kind of dancing
and he's doing
around.
His little dance. That's how sadistic he was. Just he's got the straight razor in his hand, and he's just kind of.
Well, in that classic line of my brain turned off the second the show turned on, apparently, but where he's holding the ear up to the guys, and he's like, "Can I hear? Can I?"
Hello?
Oh, that's it. He's talking into.
He speaks into the ear.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about how horrific that scene was, but you never see the ear cut off. Mm-hmm. The camera pans just right.
You don't have to.
You hear the screaming, and then he's holding this little piece of ear, which is clearly fake, and he's talking into it.
And I will admit, I thought Michael Madsen was dead because
he died again.
Because he has had lots of trouble and lots of drugs, lots of fights, lots of. Yeah. I was kind of surprised when that popped up I'm like, oh, the other thing I did not know is that Virginia Madsen is his sister.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I saw this thing going. Virginia Madsen talks about losing her brother. I'm like, I never knew they were
Google
brother and sister.
Virginia Madsen there.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
You'll see. She's actress, beautiful.
I know her.
I was surprised. He was found unresponsive in his Malibu home early Thursday, pronounced dead at the scene. Cause of death is unclear, but they're treating it as
a cardiac event was the last thing I heard.
Yeah.
He pulled a Shannon Barneson.
Yeah. Just kind of
went to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his IMDb page says he's been busy the last couple of years.
He has, 136 acting credits on there?
Yeah, and I don't think you'd recognize most of them.
Most of them you don't. He's the kind of guy who, when they make a Batman fan film, they're just fans making a movie.
Yeah.
They'll call him up and say, "Would you play the cop in this?" And he'd go, "Yeah, I'll be there."
Okay.
And then there was video of his last appearance, which was like a few days before he died at a comic book, convention, signing autographs, and he looked pretty frightening.
Yeah. He's had a lot of problems.
Yeah. But so good in those Tarantino movies.
Well, that's one of the things when people like this die, a bunch of clips pop up, people pull their favorite. And so I watched a bunch of stuff of his that I'd forgotten about from Kill Bill.
Oh, he's so good in Kill Bill.
Because it's been a long time since I watched that.
We deserve to die for what we did to her.
Yeah.
Good.
Quentin Tarantino clearly had him on retainer because he was also fantastic in Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight he was great in, yeah.
Which is, I think, one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino films. But
really?
I haven't rewatched it because it's so long since I saw it in theaters, so maybe I need to do that before sticking to that opinion.
See, when people ask me what's my favorite Tarantino, I don't have an answer. It just depends on my mood. I can't pick, out of all the stuff that he's done, I can't pick. I know my wife really likes the Kill Bill movies. I like Reservoir Dogs. I like Pulp Fiction.
I like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It's a great one.
I love that movie.
Inglourious Bastards was amazing.
Why do you have to pick? Don't pick a favorite. You don't have to.
I'm not going to.
You don't have to pick.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Kill Bill Volume 2 and I've done this very rarely, but in the theater.
You clapped?
Oh, yeah.
You were a clapper?
Yes. I'm like, this is, which is stupid because they're not there. But that's how much I'm like, this is good.
Jeff Weiss and I, during Inglourious Bastards, when they kill Hitler,
yeah,
we stood up and high-fived.
That's awesome.
I looked at him, he looked at me, and it was just the instinct. It was just like we read each other's minds and went, "Woo,
hell yeah!"
And you're not a high fiver.
I'm not a high fiver. But we were going to open with some Black Sabbath.
Well,
yeah.
We have some time later on. We can, or do you want to do a little?
Well, if we do it now, then we won't get kicked off YouTube.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So the other thing, so not only did I watch Michael Madsen videos over the weekend, I watched a bunch of videos from the Ozzy Osbourne farewell show, the
Which
Black
apparently
Sabbath.
everybody knew was happening except for me.
This was news to you?
Yeah.
Oh, they've been talking about it for a long time. Mm-hmm. So he did it in Birmingham, which is his hometown. They got all of Black Sabbath back together, but not just that. It was a 10-hour marathon concert. Mm-hmm. And my favorite was, surprisingly, Steven Tyler, who was 77,
mm-hmm. and last we heard was
could not sing.
Yeah.
So Steven Tyler, Tom Morello, Chad Smith on drums, Ronnie Wood on bass,
mm-hmm.
Nuno Bettencourt. I mean, well, it's new. It's Nuno.
Yeah.
Doing Whole Lot of Love, and it wasn't all Ozzy and Black Sabbath songs they were doing.
All kinds of songs.
He sounded great. That's a good song for Steven Tyler to sing. It fits him, and they sounded amazing.
Jack Black performed with Tom Morello's kid.
It was like a School of Rock kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was all like young kids.
Yeah.
They did Mr. Crowley.
Mm-hmm. But Ozzy did the entire show from his chair.
Yep.
Throne. From his throne.
From his throne, excuse me. And apparently it was great, and that will be his last show. Is what they're saying.
And some people don't know that Sharon has been his manager for most of his career.
Yeah.
She put this whole thing together.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Good for her.
And she she knows all the other bands and stuff. And apparently there's some big band that she invited that was being jerky about how much money they were getting. So this was for charity. They did it for a bunch of these British children's charities, like Children's Cancer Hospital and Children's. But I'm sure they were giving the bands a little, for your trouble.
Yeah.
It costs money to travel here and bring your equipment. And there was some big band, and she said, after this is over, I will tell you who it is. But they were disinvited from coming because they were jerks.
They were being jerks.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out who it would be. I don't know. So they did this. And it's nice to see all these old, heavy metal guys paying tribute to Ozzy.
Well, and when Ed gets here, I got to talk to him about that Led Zeppelin documentary.
Okay.
I hope he's seen it because I want to.
You have questions?
Well,
have
it's
comments?
not that I have questions. I'm disappointed.
Oh no!
Disappointed.
Oh no!
All right. Right there.
Oh, it's a crime to cut it off.
I know, right?
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
All right, well, let's begin. Time for your check-ins. Let us know you're there. 877-602-9696 or text us 33986. Tristan in the chat room. Birmingham, I thought Ozzy was from Alabama. No, it's not correct. But if maybe you saw some of that and you want to talk about it, cool. Maybe you know what I'm talking about with this Led Zeppelin documentary.
Oh, now I'm worried.
Maybe you want to tell us about what you did on the 4th of July. 877-602-9696 or 33986 to check in.
Coming up on
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, let's see. The moon is a waxing gibbous moon, and today is the 7th day of July in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2025. And this is the Radio from Hell show with most of the lords of morning radio. Kerry Jackson, right there. Bill Allred, I think he's in Moab. I seem to recall that's where he went. He'll be back tomorrow. Me, Gina Barberi. That over there is Nick Davis. He's your buddy. He's your pal. He's usually here at nighttime. Helping out today. Katie.
I'm usually at home, to be honest.
Katie's here, and I can't see, is it Ari? No, Ari, yes.
Ari, yeah.
Ari's here.
Yep.
And Vax the dog is here. And are you here? I don't know. You need to check in with us. 877-602-9696. Text us 33986. It's National Strawberry Sundae Day.
Strawberry Sundays.
World Chocolate Day. Now, why World Chocolate Day and Strawberry Sundae Day? Shouldn't it be Chocolate Sundae Day? I don't know who decides these things.
Yeah, get on that.
I think Big Chocolate needed it.
Big Chocolate?
They heard about Strawberry Sundae Day, and they don't forget us.
And then they took all the water rights from them.
Exactly.
It's National Deck Day. You go out on your deck. Do you call it a deck or a patio?
Well, mine's a patio.
Yours
right
is
now.
a patio.
I used to have a deck, but now I have a patio.
Nick, patio or deck?
Mine's a patio.
Yours is a patio.
right now.
Well, I don't know when National Patio Day is.
Doesn't a deck need to be elevated?
Probably,
To some
yes.
degree? Yeah.
To some degree.
Yes.
And then there's a lanai. What's that? I don't know.
That's wherever I am.
A lanai?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never even heard
You-
that word.
Google lanai.
Lanai? All right.
Is it Lanai?
This
Yeah.
is great content, me Googling things.
I know, right? You're learning stuff, along with the rest of the kids.
It's also Tell the Truth Day.
Named after the game show?
Oh, I don't know.
Truth, tell the
Tell
truth.
the Truth
You're
Day.
gonna have to tell the truth.
Well, let's see why it is Tell
Why
the
is
Truth.
it Tell the Truth Day? Something to do with Nixon, I'll bet.
Oh, this is like going back to George Washington chopping down the cherry tree, and I cannot tell a lie, which never happened.
Which never happened.
No. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to Tom in Salt Lake.
Hi, Tom.
Tom is here.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, just fine. What's up with you?
I'm just checking in to tell you I'm alive and kicking and finally gainfully employed again.
Oh,
So,
good.
Good job.
With the world economy and tariff, trade war, I finally am able to stay afloat again.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you on your way to your new job right now?
I just parked and I thought I'd check in. So
Do you have a lunch box with a sandwich in it?
I got 2 sandwiches in it, 2 small croissant chicken salad sandwiches.
Oh, sounds great.
And
Costco?
Yeah, and I'll no homemade.
Oh, okay.
Made it
That's even
myself.
better. That's even better.
What's the new gig, if we can ask?
Oh, still manufacturing. I probably shouldn't say where
That's
I've moved
not.
and done stuff too much, but it's still manufacturing, and that's why it's really tough.
Yeah.
You know, I just saw on my news feed on my phone that most companies have not discussed the trade practices or the new tariffs that are going to be in place, and their 90 days is almost up. And
Yep.
Of course they wouldn't. Of course.
Yep.
Of course.
So,
Well, have a good first day at work, John.
And thank you, John.
Tom.
Tom. Sorry.
Sorry, Tom. I'm
Tom.
reading.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Tom. Sorry. I was reading my own news feed, and the headline said, Americans are side hustling like never before. And I
Like
thought,
that's a positive
I
thing?
thought, what a nice way to say, we all need multiple jobs to survive. Why didn't,
Monetize your hobby.
Exactly. Richard, who's not a dick, checking in. Mixer driver Shane here, made it from Tickaboo. Mike in Nashville checking in. Happy 45th birthday to Dave Matthews Band keyboardist Arthur Buddy Strong.
Tweet, tweet.
Ooh, we should have opened with that. What were we thinking?
Zane of Dallas checking in. Is Bill Frost stuck in the middle with you in his Mill Creek coffee? Is he doing sport? No.
Ed Brass will be here for sports.
I've got a gift for you, Ed.
Bill Frost will be here to talk TV.
Talk about what's on TV. And I'm having my Mill Creek coffee right here. White Mountain. I got to grind some Broadway blend today. Let's see. Perry City listener checking in. Just spent a week in the high Uintas. It was great to be in the low 70s during the day. Man, it's hot down here. Oh, just you wait.
It's coming.
This week is going to be miserable. Liza Brarian checking in. Levi in Coachella Valley checking in. Calvin from the Dell checking in. Johnny B checking in, listening while wrestling a few bags of mortar into my truck. Over the long weekend, I got a stone Medusa medallion affixed to the top of the wall.
Wow.
I've been putting a rock on. What is this?
I'll Google it.
Thank you.
Like a just a decoration.
Just
like
a medallion of Medusa.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Here, this
Google
is my content. I pull up photos on my laptop and hold it up to the stream.
Thank you. Retired Johnny checking in from Maui. Meg the musician checking in. 2 of my peers left my department at work because they are sick of my manager. So pray for my sanity, please.
Oh, geez.
Katie in San Pete County checking in. 4th of July, we saw Wu-Tang Clan.
Wow.
I looked around and thought, wow, this is a lot of old people. Then I realized, oh, wait, I'm the old person, too.
Wait a minute.
Oh, Sid, you're not old. You'll always be younger than me, Sid. Chef Roy checking in. Sketchy Blake of Ogden checking in. I hope nobody lost any appendages this weekend. Jocelyn from Sandy checking in. Ron the Carpenter. I'm with Carrie on the Led Zeppelin thing.
Is that your problem?
Well, here's what happened.
Okay.
It's the Netflix documentary. It's like 2.5 hours long. Mm-hmm. It's called Becoming Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you'd think, well, they're going to go through their entire career. Mm-hmm. They get up to Led Zeppelin 2.
I think
that's it.
I think there's too much. I think in order to do all of it, it would have to be like a mini series.
Or after Led Zeppelin 2, that's when the bad stuff started happening.
Mm-hmm. The interesting stuff?
What the fights and, the egos and the drug abuse.
But the movie's called Becoming Led Zeppelin.
That's what I kept telling myself, but it was still very unsatisfactory.
So I went to see that in the theater, and I remember looking at the time and going, they got a lot of stuff they haven't got to yet.
They haven't even got to Mudshark yet.
Right. And then I realized, this is just about how they start.
And it was all the good stuff, all the happy clappy stuff. Nothing about, cheating on their wives or any of that stuff. Anyway, Midvale's Rousdower checking in. Good morning, Lords. It's Trucker Landon. My new band played a 2-hour country set in Roosevelt. Kicked off the city fireworks show on the 4th.
Good for you.
The local lore lives on in Roosevelt Country Radio. Yes, I worked there. Mm-hmm. Oh, they interviewed us before the show. I asked the DJ if he ever worked with Carrie. He said no, but he had heard of you. So, well,
that's nice.
I am both famous and infamous at that radio station. Lacey, Allison, Lily checking in from Spanish Fork. Dr. Neil. We are missing our big, beautiful Bill.
Aw.
You get it? See? Woodworker Willie, Meshach of Erda. I made chocolate cake from scratch. I'm having it for breakfast.
Cake is perfectly acceptable for breakfast.
It's muffins, essentially. Tim the Tree Guy checking in. All right, looks like everybody's here. Let's get some traffic going, shall we?
Honestly, not a lot going on out there. The only incident I'm seeing seems to be on the on-ramp or off-ramp of 2nd north of Kaysville. That's about all I got. So
I think a lot of people are like Bill. Maybe took the Monday or coming back from their vacation today. So
vacation from your vacation, I believe is what you're referencing. But that is your traffic report. It's all brought to you by Summer Showdown. Continues this weekend at Broadway Center Cinemas with Django Unchained on 35mm versus Sisu, a cult film from Finland. SLFS is the only 35mm venue where you can experience film flickering through a projector. Get tickets and showtimes at slfstix.org.
That's the truth. All right, 6:30 right now. Coming up, we got Big Boy. Well, we got a song, which is an On This Day, which is also one that you don't hear very often. I went a little deep on it.
Okay.
Not really deep, but a little. And then we have Big Boy News and Opinioendo, and Frank Christ Presents, the Dead Celebrity Game. Very important sports with Ed Brass coming up. Boner of the Day on the way. All coming up. Stand by for all of that. Zero Res.
I saw in my neighborhood, one of my neighbors had one of those steamer places van in front of their house. And I just chuckled and shook my head. I'm like, you fools.
Chump.
Zero Res is who you call for that. Your carpets are going to be wet for days, and they're going to be crunchy and not clean, and it's not going to smell good. No, Zero Res. I just had them at my house. Carrie just had them at his house.
Yeah. They did a great job.
Did a great job. Patty was my technician. She cleaned all the carpet in my house. I've got 2 dogs now. That's trouble.
A lot, yeah.
And
if you do have pets, they have special stuff that can help with stains.
They'll ask you, are there any spots? And it may be something that you've cleaned up, but deep down clean you need.
Let's be honest.
Let Zero Res do that. They got a special going on right now. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $129 when you mention X96 and 15% off air duct cleaning with the code AIR15. Give them a call, 866-0RES, or go to zerores.com.
Listen to Radio from Hell at Home when you're
On this day, in 1993, U2 released their 8th studio album, Zooropa, featuring Lemon, which I couldn't find a 4-minute version of. Otherwise, I would have played that.
Yeah.
Stay Far Away So Close, and, of course, that song, Numb.
Which is the Edge.
The Edge singing instead of...
Or talking.
Talking.
Mumbling. A bit of mumbling.
He was mumbling.
He just became an Irish citizen. Like,
what?
Yeah.
He wasn't born there?
No, he's British.
British. Oh.
Yeah.
Like a month ago.
Really?
Finally got his Irish citizenship. Isn't that crazy?
I'll say it. Good for the Edge.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
Carrie, you're Irish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard time proving it. Other than DNA.
Yeah. Just show up at the border with your 23andMe stick.
But to get, I've
swab me at the border.
I've looked into this stuff. You need a relative from the old country to say, yes, he is of my lineage.
So I know we're supposed to do news here, but Cousin Dominic, you know Cousin Dominic.
Yes.
He's working on doing that for Italy. And we're hoping he paves the way and does all the paperwork for the rest of us so that we can, coattail our way into dual citizenship with. Because if you get Italy, you get an EU, so you can move.
Okay, I was going to say
you can move around.
Look, I love Italy. I go for the food, but I leave for the racism and homophobia.
Well, sure, yeah.
But
if you're an EU citizen,
EU,
you can,
now we're talking. All right.
All 10, 20 of you under a coat.
Come here. All right. Time now for some big boy news and opiniondo. And right after that, it's Frank Christ Presents. They're fine. They're just fine. The Dead Celebrity Game. It's Amy Donaldson for sports today.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I don't know why I thought it was Ed today.
I thought it was, too. And that means you don't get your present, Ed. All right. But anyway, Frank Christ Presents. They're fine. They're just fine. The Dead Celebrity Game coming up. We'll give you a list of 4 celebrity names. 3 of those celebrities are just fine. One of them is dead, and if you pick the dead one correctly, you will win
tickets to 80s Night Out. It features A Flock of Seagulls, Naked Eyes, Men Without Hats, July 25th at Canyons Village at Park City Mountain.
There you go. That's a nice evening out.
Yeah.
All right. So you get those tickets at 877-602-9696. All you got to do is play Frank Christ Presents, and we'll do that right after this news. Brought to you by,
sponsored by Utah's let's back that up. Sponsored by Utah First Credit Union's personal checking, where every feature comes standard. Learn more at utahfirst.com.
Just some awful stuff over the weekend.
Yep.
Camp Mystic says it's grieving the loss of 27 campers and counselors as the search continues today for victims of the catastrophic Texas flooding over the 4th of July holiday weekend. The statement adds another layer of heartbreak to the devastating flooding that sent a wall of water through the century-old summer camp. And with more rain on the way, the risk of life-threatening flooding still high in central Texas, even as crews search urgently for missing following the weekend deluge that killed at least 82 people. So 27 just from the camp, but 82 people. Death toll, officials say, is sure to rise. Residents of Kerr County began clearing mud and salvaging what they could from their demolished properties as they recounted their harrowing escapes from rapidly rising floodwaters late Friday. So the blame being pushed around now. It's complicated as these things are.
Yeah.
So people are saying, see, this is Doge's fault for firing people at the National Weather Service. Mm-hmm. So what happened was National Weather Service advised of potential flooding, sent out a series of flash flood warnings in the early hours of Friday before issuing flash flood emergencies, a rare alert notifying imminent danger. So there's the National Weather Service, which is a big organization. Mm-hmm. And locally, in different counties and things, you have local offices.
Yes.
Who take that information and then disseminate it
to their local
places.
Yes.
There's 2 offices in this area, one in San Antonio and one in this Kerr County. Both of those offices have multiple vacancies in their departments people that took the buyout, the Doge buyout, and they have either decided not to replace those people or so they're the positions that were open. There's a specific person whose job is it. Oh, the National Weather Service says that we have a flash flood warning. I need to make sure that information gets to local fire departments and police departments. It's my job to tell them this bad thing is happening. There's another person whose specific job is to disseminate it to people's phone. You know how you got your alert on your phone? That's somebody's job to make sure that happens.
Yeah.
These people
but
were not there.
But Gina, Joe Biden, clearly, it's his fault.
So that's
what Trump's saying.
Well, and Kristi Noem is down there, and they're asking her about this, and she said, "Well, it's an antiquated system that President Trump is going to fix." You know,
it was working pretty good. It wasn't antiquated. It was working damn good.
And there are clip after clip after clip of Trump and Noem saying we need to get rid of FEMA. We need to not have FEMA. FEMA is not.
And now socialism to the rescue. But it's just amazing the things that I'm seeing coming out of Texas about this. I mean, you know, if it's California and the fires, which are a natural disaster, suddenly it's Gavin Newsom's fault.
Or the mayor. Yeah.
But when it's Texas, a red state, well, there's nothing that we could have done. This is clearly, you know, an act of God. You know,
God saved who he saved, and anybody beyond that, that's his plan. We are not of God.
Why aren't you raking the forest or whatever it is? You know, all of those accusations that you made in California, you know.
The larger point being, these kind of things happen everywhere, red state, blue state, everything. And they are hard to predict.
They are.
And they are hard to, so you need every tool available to you to keep as many people safe as possible.
They're happening everywhere, and they're happening more, because I'm not sure if you guys have heard.
Well, you see.
There's this thing called global, what was it?
It's climate change.
Heating, I believe.
And, you know, because Marjorie Taylor Three Toes is saying that there's some weather controlling machines.
That's the point I was trying to lead into,
Well, you know what those weather controlling machines are? Factories!
Yeah. The funniest part is the same people who are like, I don't want to make this political, it's a tragedy, which, to be honest, there is some, respect to that.
Sure.
But those same people are saying, how could something like this happen without cloud seeding taking place?
Cloud seeding.
Yeah, governments coming in to wipe away these cities to make smart cities. There's a smart city list, and smart cities are bad. And the government's trying to take us out, but the current government's ran by our guy who is fighting against the government. Facebook is a fun place to be during the news cycle.
Yeah, you shouldn't live in there.
I'm addicted
you
to being on
not live
Facebook
in
during
there.
the news cycle.
It's these things happen, and so we need every tool. Those tools being trying to mitigate climate change where we can, having people in place to do their jobs, to alert people. It's not going to prevent these things from happening, but make the loss of life hopefully less. Just awful.
Terrible.
Locally here, 2 people involved in a car accident in Harriman were rescued minutes before their SUV was engulfed in flames after it crashed into a Domino's Pizza and ruptured a gas line. You might have seen this video around this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Video posted on social media by Unified Fire Authority, Utah's largest fire agency, shows firefighters working to put out the blaze at a commercial building on Saturday night when an explosion is heard and debris seen flying in the air. Shortly before the explosion, 2 courageous bystanders risked their lives to rescue the driver and 1 passenger from the vehicle, fire officials said. No one in the building where the crash involved 3 vehicles occurred was hurt. Multiple people involved in the 3-vehicle accident were taken to the hospital. There's no details on what led to the crash. No injuries caused by the explosion, which is amazing. Once you see it, it
was big.
Pretty spectacular.
That building is basically gone.
It's we were talking about the Ozzy Osbourne concert over the weekend. These were other videos I was watching, and you might have seen Jason Momoa, Aquaman.
Yep.
Was master of ceremonies, and he's in his own band. I don't know if people know he plays guitar.
He's in a band? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, because he can do anything. It's he and, Kate Blanchett, or, no, Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton and Jason Momoa can do anything. But there's great video of him during Pantera's set, jumping in the mosh pit.
Very excited.
Michael Madsen, not the only celebrity tragedy over the weekend. This is someone you might not remember. I know Carrie remembers him, but other people might not. Julian McMahon.
Yes.
Australian star who died last week at the age of 56 following a private health struggle. Apparently left behind a fortune accumulated over his 3 decades as a leading man. He was Nip Tuck was the
show that where we first saw him. Handsome man. But he was also the son of some Australian politician.
Yeah,
There's
so
another reason that he had money.
He had a lot of money that doesn't do him any good now.
More importantly,
now that he's dead.
He was the ruler of Latveria.
Yeah.
He was Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom, good-looking guy, and worked pretty steadily throughout the years. Australian native, did TV as well as, here's the Dr. Doom, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. He passed away, had cancer over the weekend. Let's see. Donald Trump gave a Republican senator and others a tour of the room where President Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky carried out their affair. It's
such a trashy thing to do.
There's a little hallway between the Oval Office and I can't remember where the other, but so the President of the United States calls it the would you want to see the Monica Lewinsky room? He takes people on tours, and in the room, he's created a swag suite. A swag suite. That is hard to say.
Like a merch table?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Nick, it's true. It's totally true.
It has MAGA hats and shirts.
Yeah.
Would you like to come into the unnamed senator told...
This is what we're doing now as a country. We're going to have a UFC fight on the lawn.
Oh, that's another story.
God.
That's coming up.
Anyway.
The unnamed senator told the network that Trump invited him to the White House for a bill signing and guided him and others to what the president said, the Monica Lewinsky room. It's full of Make America Great Again merch in a space that senior White House officials said was akin to a beautifully organized gift shop.
Oh, my God.
Would you like to come in here for...
I hate him so much, but he makes me laugh every blue moon like that.
Yeah.
Not directly, obviously, but that is so petty.
Of course.
And that's one of his top 3 favorite things to
he
do on a
loves
day-to-day
it.
basis.
He loves it. Coming to the merch room,
Nick, if you can pull it together to do some sport. Oh, no, we don't have sports.
No.
Oh, no, we got sports with Amy Donaldson coming up.
Do not make me work more than I have to. Okay.
Well, we do have weather and traffic.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'll do that. Traffic. Well, I guess let's start with weather while I wait for that to refresh. We are at 65 degrees right now in Salt Lake City. We're going to get to a high of 93 later in the day. It's only going to get hotter, folks, over the next few days. High of 94 tomorrow. High of 95 on Wednesday, maybe some clouds on Wednesday, but basically crystal clear throughout all of that. That is your weather. Taking a peek at the traffic, there doesn't really seem to be any other issues that have propped up on the roads. The only thing I'm seeing at the moment is that crash around the junction of I-15 and 2nd North in Kaysville. That doesn't say if it's on the on or off ramp there, but that is probably going to be a miss if I know my hometown like I do. And another issue coming up if my mouse plays nicely with me. I-15 southbound near Sandy, there is a crash with no lanes being blocked yet, but I will keep an eye on that and let you know if anything comes out of it. It's all brought to you by business owners. Do you owe $15,000 or more on employment taxes and don't know what to do? McClure and Stewart are your local trusted tax attorneys. Go to McClureandStewart.com today.
Well, good morning, Frank. It's a busy weekend, I know.
What a weekend I had.
You took Michael Madsen, I know.
I took Michael Madsen. That was a tough one. I took Mark Snow.
Mark Snow.
He wrote the X-Files theme.
I wouldn't think that would be on your list.
Well,
I would think that would be a lesser Reaper.
We had a lot of... due to Doge, we have less Reapers.
Yeah.
You're not refilling the...
Julian McMahon had to take him.
Yeah.
Jim Shooter, who was a Marvel Comics executive.
Oh.
I had to take him.
Okay.
And Admiral Piet.
Who?
Well, he was Captain Piet and then promoted to Admiral.
But who? But I.
Oh, his name was Kenneth Colley. He was an actor in the Star Wars movies.
Oh, my
Busy,
goodness! I'm
busy
surprised
weekend.
you have time to join us. It's Frank Christ presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
This is where our old friend, the Grim Reaper, who reaps the souls of celebrities, visits us. This is a little light in your day, right? This is just kind of a little.
This is, yes.
Yeah. Because there are no dead celebrities in here
Well,
at the moment.
at the moment.
But we have you've brought a list with you of 4 celebrities. 3 of them, well, they're fine.
They're just fine.
One of them, though, is not fine. Has passed, and if we have a contestant that can tell us which one is no longer with us, they will win what, Nick?
Catch 80s Night Out with a Flock of Seagulls, Naked Eyes, and Men Without Hats, July 25th at Canyons Village at Park City Mountain. Part of Park City's Concerts on the Slopes. Visit x96.com for ticket links and info.
All right, well, Greg is here.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, guys.
Are you excited about the 80s show?
Very much so.
Oh, let's see if we can get you some tickets for that. You're going to need to tell us which of these celebrities is no longer with us, all right?
Sounds great.
Okay, because today is Tell the Truth Day, these are all actors in the movie Liar, Liar. Number 1. Oddly enough, Greg Bronson, another Greg. Greg Bronson, American actor, appeared in numerous films, including Apollo 13, Virtuosity, Independence Day, Starship Troopers, The Nutty Professor, The Clumps. TV, he was in The X-Files. We were just talking about The X-Files. Third Rock from the Sun, NYPD Blue, JAG. In addition to his acting career, worked in local film industry in Arizona. Greg Bronson, number 1. Number 2, Jennifer Tilly, famous actress and poker player in movies like Bullets Over Broadway, Bound, Child's Play, and also in Liar, Liar. She received an Academy Award nomination for her role in Bullets Over Broadway. Jennifer Tilly, number 2. Number 3, Cary Elwes, English actor, appeared in many film, television series. Of course, Wesley in Princess Bride, Glory, Days of Thunder, Robin Hood Men in Tights, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Twister, Stranger Things, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and, of course, Liar, Liar. Number 3, Cary Elwes. Number 4, Randall Craig Tex Cobb, an American actor, martial artist, former professional boxer, competed in the heavyweight division, boxed Larry Holmes, believe it or not. In addition to his fighting career, he was in numerous films. My favorite, Raising Arizona, of course. But he was also in Miami Vice, X-Files, Walker, Texas Ranger, and he, too, was in the movie Liar, Liar. Randall Craig Tex Cobb. Those are the 4 celebrities. Can you tell us which one is no longer with us?
I'm going to guess the other Greg Bronson.
You guessed correctly. Greg Bronson died January 7th, 2017 in Arizona.
Do you keep track of all the Gregs?
Most of them.
It's just a good idea.
Oh, you have won those tickets to that 80s show. Congratulations, other Greg, currently alive Greg.
Well, thank you.
Hang on the line. We'll get some more information from you.
Well, I've got to go check on Ringo Starr.
Oh, he's fine.
85 today.
Yeah, but he's
Peace and love.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Oh, but he stopped signing autographs, so I'm a little miffed now. Peace and love, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, Frank. Yeah, traffic, still those 2 issues I was talking about. There is the one near Kaysville around the on-ramp, off-ramp, / and then another one that just cropped up near Woods Cross, I-15 northbound. There's a crash that is blocking the right shoulder over there. And, of course, that other crash near Sandy, southbound I-15, that is yet to be causing issues. But, again, I will be on the up and up about that if that changes. It's all brought to you by Quench Your Advertising Thirst with customized water bottles from Water Specialties, Inc. Your high-quality, personalized logo printed on every bottle filled with purified or natural spring water is the perfect way to advertise your business or event. Get a quote by emailing Megan at waterspecialties.net or visiting waterspecialties.net.
like this? Like
Yes,
these
just
right here?
like that one.
What Gina Barberi is holding in her
I'm
hand.
modeling water bottles.
Let me take a sip of that water. It's
Oh, there you go.
Oh, the hydration.
All right. We will take a break. We'll be back after these with Amy Donaldson and sports. Stand by for that. RandLife.com/X96. Now, Bill has been a fan of Rand Life for a very long time, used Rand Life to finance his home. If you're looking to buy a home but worried about the down payment and the monthly cost, Rand Life has your back. They've always been experts at making housing more affordable. And now they've got a new program that launched in June that is changing the game. Most down payment assistance programs stick you with a second loan, meaning 2 monthly payments. But not this one. With Rand Life, the second mortgage is deferred for the life of your first loan. That means no second payment.
Oh,
ever.
that makes it easy. That's nice.
It's a simple way to make home ownership more affordable, both upfront and month to month. So you can see how Rand Life is turning a dream into an address. Go to randlife.com/X96 to get started. And if you are a mortgage broker, Rand Life offers this program through their wholesale division as well. Head to fundingpool.com and have your clients save big. So randlife.com/X96.
Todd Newcomb knows a thing or two about alternative music. He's been playing.
Megan Payson says there's Gregs out there too.
Lots of Gregs, huh? Okay.
Is it Greg?
I'm just reading the text.
Greg.
Graig, Greg.
I thought it was Greg like Craig. Greg.
Craig?
Greg.
Like Craig. All right. Amy Donaldson with sports, brought to you by.
Stay cool all summer and lower your energy bills with high-efficiency AC from Larson HVAC and Plumbing. Get $500 off at larsonhvac.com/X96.
Amy Donaldson Sports. Break.
Here she is with our sports report. Amy Donaldson, the AD on sports,
Yes.
and
Please
adopt a
do.
dog. Cause.
Please adopt a dog.
CAWS.
Yes.
.org.
It is a tough time in rescue.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your local shelter.
And
do whatever you can.
And of course, Amy's also a podcaster.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And
listen to The Letter or Making of a Moment, the RSL story.
we have,
There's lots of soccer, so maybe it'll help you.
and you got a new one planned?
I do have a new one planned. Not
talk
sure on
about
the
it.
release date yet. Yeah.
You'll hear it here
It-
first.
It,
We'll
has,
announce
it has to
here.
do with high school sports. How's that?
Okay.
So it's still a sports one, but,
right.
my sports is never just sports. So.
That's true.
There's a backstory.
Yeah. And coming soon, my column on KSLSports.com.
Really?
great.
Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
So spent after we went to Lava Hot Springs as our annual trek, went to the Jazz Summer League games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk Ace. How?
Yeah. So Ace did. I give Ace a C+.
Okay.
He has so much potential.
He's 18.
I just
He's a
remind
baby.
exactly. I just remind everyone, including my nephew and his buddy. I had a couple of Hill Air Force Base airmen with me for the game, and my nephew was a little disappointed. Lifelong Jazz fan, grew up in Alaska. He's an airman now at Hill Air Force Base, and he was like, "Yeah." The part of the problem was they played the 76ers. The 76ers had the number 3 pick, and they had VJ Edgecombe. He looked amazing. I mean, he was. But here's the thing that I will say. They ran everything for him. Like, it was his show. On the flip side, the Jazz, I thought really their second year guys, it was really structured to bring the rookies in slowly. It's much more of a come in and be part of this, but you're not the focal point. And I think what everyone is expecting is that Ace would be the focal point. Everything would run through him. Again, I would say it's summer. He was literally drafted a couple of weeks ago. Let the kid get his feet underneath him. So he had 8.7 rebounds. He was definitely outperformed by the second-year guys. Bryce Sensabaugh, someone said this, Tony Jones from The Athletic, formerly of the Tribune, he's playing like a guy who's ticked off that he has to play in Summer League.
Wow.
And I would second that emotion. But he finished with 19 points, and Kyle Filipowski, who looked amazing, he finished with 22 points. I mean, I saw these guys play during the regular season, which, again, I admit was brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah, they looked great. The team looks like it has really great chemistry. Walt Clayton Jr., he had 9 points. He looked better than Ace as far as like total player. But again,
What about the rumor that I heard that Ace's agent got his son a coaching gig with the Jazz?
Did not hear that. I can ask about it, but
that maybe that's what. All right, I'll make him come play for you guys, but give my kid a job. I saw that being floated around. Will you?
I will do some
look into that?
investigation on
Okay.
that, and I will let you know for your sports. But
Thank you.
it was. I just thought it was a pretty standard. I mean, I'm used to the summer league games that used to be at Salt Lake Community College, but I thought it was fun. It was a great game. I will say this: the game before the Jazz game, let's see, it was the Grizzlies and OKC. I almost fell asleep, and I know I was tired because I was camping and goofing off. But 92-80 for the Memphis Grizzlies over OKC. Again, fun to see. There was Matty Sissoko, who played at Wasatch Academy. He's playing on OKC's team, so it's just fun to see these young guys that you've been sort of either reading about or watching in college ball kind of come in and try to. Everyone's trying to earn a place on the team. So the fact that when the Jazz first came out, I'm like, what the heck are they running? I have no idea what this is.
Yeah.
It just was like street ball.
Yeah.
But it got better very quickly. And it was super fun to watch. And they have games tonight. Tonight's games, Oklahoma City and the 76ers is at 5. Jazz versus the Grizzlies is at 7. I would we didn't get to see the second round pick, John Tonje. We didn't get to see him. He didn't play, so
okay.
Maybe we'll see him tonight. Also, whoever's in charge of the Huntsman Arena's food, like, could you open a couple more windows? I have never seen longer lines for food in my life.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, remember in the 70s when we had the gas issue?
lines? Yeah.
Yeah. It was like that for food, and I was like, no food. I will be hungry, and everyone who knows me knows that doesn't happen. Before I would stand in one of those. It was maybe 100 people deep.
Wow.
It was ridiculous. And so open a couple extra windows.
Okay.
You can make a lot of money.
Well, you know, the people who ordinarily work there are afraid to show up to work. So
That might be true.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, sweet. And sticking with basketball news, Team USA entered the FIBA U19 World Cup in Switzerland as a gold medal favorite. And the Americans looked every bit as good as everyone said they would. And future BYU star, AJ Debinsta, he led the way. I mean, he had 14 points. He earned MVP, so he's MVP of the tournament. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and a steal per game. That was his averages per game. I mean, he looked every bit the superstar. And they're already like, he's going to be the number one pick. And I'm like, if you could put a tiny bit more pressure on a teenager, I think it would be amazing. Because you know what makes me perform is if everybody's like, you're going to be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
And like, you just have to live up to it now,
no
right?
pressure.
Yeah, like the expectation. And I heard this thing from Brene Brown I want you all to think about. And that is that expectations are just resentments waiting to happen.
Expectations
I like
are
that.
So
resentments
think
waiting
about
to
that
happen.
when, especially for fans and who take to Twitter the minute their expectations are not met, which I saw after Ace's debut. But like, let the kid have some time. And when he was playing, when he was in rhythm, super fun. The kid can jump. I don't even know what his vertical is, but it's crazy. So let's see.
That phrase works for like your Marvel movies too, Carrie.
Oh yeah, and all,
Yeah.
and all the Superman hate that
Yeah,
is coming
or
before the movie's
Superman.
even been
That's
seen.
what I mean. Yeah,
Your expectations are resentments just waiting to happen. So, tragedy in sports. Portugal and Liverpool FC star Diogo Jota was killed in a car accident alongside his brother, who's also a soccer player, Andre Silva. It was, I believe, they were driving a Lamborghini, overtaking someone or passing someone, and the car had a blowout or lost control. Super sad. There was a bunch of tributes throughout many leagues, including MLS. There was one from RSL. RSL beat St. Louis on Saturday night, 3-2. Their second goal was scored by Diogo Goncalves. He played on the Portuguese youth national team with Jota, and so they were both. I think it was the U21 team that they were on, and so he did. I think you saw these tributes where they sit down, kind of cross-legged, pretending to play a video game. That was the way Diogo Jota celebrated his goals. So they did what he does.
Nice.
Yeah. U.S. men's soccer team lost a heartbreaker to Mexico. Heartbreaker, and talk about unmet expectations. So I just want to remind everyone, they did not have a good tournament, right? They did not have a good tournament. They had a couple of really exciting, great games, thanks to our very own Diego Luna. But they lost to Mexico 2-1. The thing that made it hard, they scored in the first 4 minutes, so it looked like, this is us. We're the gifted team now. But I think it was like the 77th minute, there's handball. There was a goal that was called offsides. Then they reviewed it, gave it back to Mexico. And Mexico had several of those throughout this tournament where they had goals removed for being offsides. But this one was ruled onside. The U.S. coach was beside himself. And there's plenty of video of him not being critical and not being whining, but also being critical and being whining. So if you want to watch that. But yeah, I thought the fact that they played in the gold medal game was pretty significant.
Yeah.
Based on their
Be happy with that.
leading up to the tournament and then their tournament performance, I thought it was my expectations were exceeded. Let me just say that. So,
All right.
But yeah, super fun.
All right.
That's it.
Thanks, Amy.
Hey,
Something.
thank you, Amy.
Yeah, adopt a dog.
AD on Sports
Yes.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
All right. What's that?
Peace out.
Oh,
Peace
yeah.
out.
Thank you. All right. Traffic, please.
Traffic crash northbound I-15 near Bountiful. The right shoulder is being blocked there, and thank you to a texter in or earlier who said that incident over in Kaysville has been completely cleaned up. I appreciate it, but those are the only major incidents I'm seeing. If you want to report something to me, I'll take it. 33986 is the text line where you can share your own traffic report. That's all brought to you by SLAC's summer show, The Secret Lives of the Real Wives in the Salt Lake Hive, runs June 25th through August 17th. This production is a cabaret-style show with table seating and theater seats. You can bring your own food and drink. Get tickets at saltlakeactingcompany.org.
Great show, by the way. All right, we got Boner of the Day coming up, along with Big Boy News and Opinioendo. What are our Boner candidates? What do we got?
Boner candidate number 1. Hey, Grandma, I need you to bail me out of jail. Boner candidate number 2. Nope, never got my $50 Taco Bell order. And number 3. You sure you want to go ahead with that pregnancy?
Boner of the Day, Big Boy News, all coming up after these messages and a song. The song is an On This Day and on vinyl.
Oh,
it's one you've heard before, but it's two of those special things. Okay. All right, stand by for all of that. vinyl. But on this day, because
that's what I wanted.
She loves that. Because on this day in 1979, the B-52s released their self-titled debut album, featuring Planet Claire, Dance This Mess Around, and Rock Lobster. And I remember the first time I saw that song performed
on Saturday Night Live.
On Saturday Night Live, I was like, "You can do that?
That's a thing?
That's a thing?"
No, that slapped. I haven't intently listened to that song in a minute.
And then I played it at a school dance I was DJing, and nobody knew what to do.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So we had to get out and show them.
Okay, this is the part where you lay down on the ground.
Yeah.
And...
Anyway. Yeah. All right. I've heard that song a million times. It's still a banger.
Yep.
Still a banger. All right. Time for Boner of the Day. 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. And you will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates, which one is the worst? Which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today, July 7, 2025? We'll give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you will vote, and one of you lucky random Boner voters will receive.
You can't buy it. You got to win it. It's a Boner t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Boner candidate number 1. Grandma, help! They need you to bail me out of jail. This is a scam you have heard of before.
Okay.
The ringleader of a $30 million scam that preyed on seniors across a staggering 46 states has finally been arrested and now faces decades in prison for alleged fraud. Gareth West of Canada, and doesn't he just look slimy? X96.com/slime.
Yep.
Was taken into custody Friday for a scamming ring in which callers phoned older Americans pretending they were their grandchildren who had been arrested or hurt and were in desperate need of cash. The worried elders were pressured to act fast and not tell other family members about this dire situation. The scammers would then connect the victims to phony lawyers or bail agents to facilitate getting the money, even using rideshare services and couriers if needed. Drive you to the ATM. And West, who was taken into custody by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police at the request of U.S. officials, hired dozens of people to help him with the intricate scam, which operated from call centers in the Montreal area and spoofed American phone numbers. Under the guise of being a successful Montreal real estate developer, West allegedly used the money he racked up from the scams for his high-end lifestyle that included luxury cars, properties, and travel. In all, 23 people who were part of the scam were arrested in the months before. Working with Homeland Security, were able to nab West. So they were able to get some of the people that worked for him to turn over on him. He faces charges of conspiracy, wire fraud, money laundering, and could face up to 40 years in federal prison. I'm glad they caught him.
$30 million worth. That's crazy. And you said he looked scummy, but for those who didn't look at the picture online, he's dressed like an alpha bro. Like, like a suit.
Totally.
Got the shiny blue suit.
Yeah, and the fact that he's just making like fake phony phone calls all day, being like, it's your grandma, give me your credit card. No, opposite. You'd call the grandma. I just wanted to do a grandma voice.
Well, luckily for me, my grandparents are dead, so I won't fall for this. But I did fall for it once. I have the recording of the call.
Oh, yeah?
Can you all come down to jail and get me out of jail? Because guess where I am? Jail.
Yeah.
That should have been the
Space Ghost. Yeah. I had to help Space Ghost.
Boner candidate number 1. Grandma, you need to bail me out of jail. Boner candidate number 2. Nope, I've never got my $50 Taco Bell order. A shameless TikToker is being served a hot plate of drama after admitting to her followers that she lies to DoorDash about missing a meal to snag $50 credits, while proudly telling others to do the same. She posted a video on TikTok on June 22nd boasting about scoring a free dinner by falsely claiming her order never arrived, even though it did. Don't you just love it when DoorDash gives you a credit, she says in the clip, grinning while preparing to feast on Taco Bell? She didn't spill exactly what she ordered, but she made it clear that she had no regrets and no guilt. I'm about to order me some dinner, she declared before dishing out the so-called hack to her followers. When y'all order a big order on DoorDash, baby, you get your money back. I'm about to order something right now. Her name is Kiki. While she was busy celebrating her refund victory lap, actual delivery drivers are fuming as the backlash hit faster. The video quickly landed on the DoorDash drivers subreddit. So they get dinged for this. If you order DoorDash and they drop it off and then you claim they didn't, that goes back on them.
Yes.
This is not okay. It's not like they make a ton of money anyway.
Or supposedly it goes back on them, because there's been a few times it's authentically happened to me and I got nothing back.
No,
I'm just, it was worth dropping later. So it makes me even more mad that she actually got her food and got money back.
Money. Yeah. Don't do that. Boner candidate number 2. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. You sure you want to go ahead with that pregnancy?
Boner candidate number 3 coming up after this big boy news and opinioendo, brought to you by...
Sponsored by Utah First Credit Union's personal checking, where every feature comes standard. Learn more at utahfirst.com.
Officials say illegal fireworks were possibly responsible for a brush fire that destroyed a home and 4 outbuildings in Ogden early Sunday morning. The 9th Street fire, now estimated to be 3 acres, is confirmed to be 85% contained. This was last night. I'm not sure if it's still an issue. 1 structure and 4 outbuildings were lost. It has been determined to be human-caused. Weber Fire District said the call came in around 12:30 a.m., reporting a grass fire at 9th Street. 1 home in the area was severely damaged. Another 40 were threatened, prompting evacuations. The damaged home was unoccupied at the time of the fire, and the exact damages have yet to be calculated. But they're thinking it's, the damn fireworks. This is one of those stories that came across over the weekend that I thought, no, really? Just when you think it's gotten crazy, it just gets, no, this is a real story.
We live in a mad world, Gina.
The UFC plans to host a fight card on the White House grounds, a spokesperson for the promotion confirmed to NBC News on Friday. President Donald Trump said he would like it as part of a celebration honoring America's 250th birthday on July 4th, 2026. Which mostly what I'm getting from that is, oh God, he's still going to be the president a year from now.
But what I'm getting from this is a distraction.
Oh?
He always does this. He'll throw shiny objects at you to distract you from what's really going on. Like the fact that the Epstein list was a big deal until it's now not. There is no client list. He killed himself, clearly. That happened over the weekend. The DOJ announced that. At the same time that the UFC was announced. Shiny keys.
He said he expects the card to include a title fight in front of 25,000 people. Every one of our national parks, battlefields, and historic sites are going to have special events in honor of America's 250th, and I think we're even going to have a UFC fight. It's not clear how far along the planning of the event is, because sometimes these things are just set, but they're confirming it's going to happen.
Give me 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and I'll have this whole thing planned.
Again, go watch Idiocracy.
Yeah.
And they have the outside shot of the White House, and there's an above-ground pool in the front.
Yeah,
it is.
It's exactly what we're doing, and people think it's normal because the media is not calling it out.
And if we're doing it anyways, we should just skip it and go straight to WrestleMania.
And it gets better. Former two-division champion Conor McGregor said on social media he'd be honored. Count him in. He'd be honored.
Yeah,
he's
that old wife beater.
He's a rapist and wife beater. Yeah. Trump is close friends with UFC President Dana White, who's appeared on his campaign rallies. Yeah, it's classing up the joint once again.
Again, distracting from the Epstein files, distracting from the fact that ICE is now bigger than the Navy. That happened, and everyone's talking about
UFC.
Oh, UFC, because that's exactly by design.
I guess I'm guilty of that too, but it's too good not to mention.
You're the media.
Warren Jeffs, leader of a notorious polygamous sect located on the Utah border, who's serving a life sentence for child sexual assault, fraudulently transferred $834,000 to his brother in an effort to hide the money from one of his victims. That was the verdict reached last month by a 7-member Cook County jury in a lawsuit brought against the fundamentalist leaders over a real estate transaction several years ago. The panel ruled in favor of Alyssa Wall, who already holds a $10 million judgment against Warren Jeffs, the self-proclaimed prophet of the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Wall says she has yet to collect a cent of that 2017 judgment. The plaintiff and her attorneys successfully argued that the convicted child abuser funneled assets to his brother Seth Jeffs, who in turn purchased and sold the Cook County property. Wall, who is 14 and forced to marry her cousin, has spoken out about sexual and physical emotional abuse suffered within the sect. She's now an author, speaker, and advocate for others attempting to leave the FLDS. I'm deeply grateful to the Cook County jury for their dedication to civic duty. This verdict brings a measure of accountability in a long and difficult fight for justice, marks an important step toward challenging the structures and schemes that have enabled abuse and control within the FLDS far too long. Still, there's likely a long road ahead for Wall in her hopes of collecting any money from Seth Jeffs. But it's to her point. I mean, she's not expecting to get the money, but just to shine a light on the fact that they have access to that money. And
well, people don't realize how much money those people sit on,
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's
Tons of it.
a patriarchal figure who oversees, you know, dozens, if not hundreds of people who all work basically for free and send that money upwards.
Yep, and no taxes.
No taxes. So look up the FLDS's involvement in the Challenger flight. That's really
What?
interesting. Yeah.
Nick, get off Facebook.
No, this is not
Come on
conspiracy
now.
at all. This is just stop it. No, don't throw that at me.
This is for realsies?
Yeah, they
You didn't get this from Reddit, did you?
no,
Okay.
man. There's
Okay,
articles about it.
What is it?
The FLDS. I forget if it was with the timeline, if it was under Warren Jeff's oversight or his father's, but they got through shell companies contracted by NASA to build the O-rings for the Challenger,
They
the
were
things
the
that go
O-rings
around.
people?
Yeah.
Yes, they built it in their garage, basically.
Okay, I'm
And
going to look into it.
You really should. It's very interesting.
All right.
These guys have way more connections than you think.
Weather traffic.
Weather.
Well, they must have a lot of connections because we're not prosecuting them for anything, you know?
I did not get this weather from Facebook. High of 93 today with 65 degrees at the moment. Nothing but clear skies. That's going to continue Tuesday and maybe into Wednesday. We should get some clouds then. High of 94 tomorrow. High of 95 Wednesday. And then it'll taper off into a nice, easy breezy 80s after that. And as your weather, taking a peek at the traffic, few incidents apparently popping up as I'm hitting the refresh button. There's that crash, I-15 northbound near Bountiful, still causing some issues there. Right shoulder is blocked. There is that crash between Midvale and Sandy, southbound I-15. Right shoulder is now blocked from that. There is a crash northbound I-15 near Draper, not currently causing any slowage, and that is kind of all I'm seeing at the moment. But if there's anything else that's really pressing that UDOT is missing, send it to me. 33986 is the text line.
Facebook says it's true.
All right.
Boner candidate number 3?
Yes.
Sure you want to go ahead with that pregnancy? An awkward text exchange between a pregnant employee and her boss over maternity leave has sparked outrage online. It all began when the employee messaged her manager to confirm receipt of her email about taking maternity leave. The boss's response immediately raised eyebrows. Quote, I saw it and I want to talk to you about it. Is there any way you'd consider reducing how long you want to take? If you're sure you want to go ahead with it, would you be open to discussing it at all? I'm just a bit worried about the costs on this from our side, the boss said.
Wow.
Taken aback, the woman tried to explain why she wanted to take her full, legally entitled maternity leave, even offering to help ease the transition for her replacement.
Wow.
Okay, I was kind of hoping to take the time I'm entitled. This is my first child. I wanted to get used to being a parent, and I'll make sure all of my responsibilities are handled. But her boss doubled down, insisting her leave would place an undue burden on the small company.
Wow.
The challenge is this is a small company, and it's quite a burden to have to pay both you and your person that's going to cover for you. I'm just not sure we can do it.
Wow. No, but this is where we're headed, though.
Yeah. Is my pregnancy going to be a problem for my role in the company? It's just not ideal timing for me, the boss said. But if you're not going to help out and reduce that time, there's nothing really further for us to talk about, I guess. It's not
Wow.
her problem to figure.
Well, she should be home having babies,
But, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Boner candidate number 3. You sure you want to go ahead with all that? Because it's really going to make things hard here at work.
It's a bad time for me.
Yeah.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. Grandma, help. I need you to bail me out of jail. They finally caught one of these jerks. $30 million this guy scammed out of grandparents with that scheme of, getting the phone call, Grandma, I need you to bail me out of jail.
Somebody said we should have an X poll about this.
Oh, has that, because many people
I'm getting a lot of people who have been,
okay.
Their grandparents have been
I'm
scammed.
sure we have a space for an X poll this week. We'll
so
do
write
that.
Write it down.
Boner candidate number 2. No, I never got my $50 Taco Bell order. Apparently there are people that are receiving their DoorDash order and then saying they never got it and getting a refund, and then, it blows back on the driver, and it's stealing and all that. And Boner candidate number 3, you just heard it. You sure you want to go ahead with that pregnancy?
All right, here we go. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today, July 7, 2025. 1, 2, or 3. Remember the candidate number, the one that you think is the worst, the one that you think should win. 1, 2, or 3. Put that single digit in the message of a text. Then text that to 33986. 33986. Or you can call Katie in the producer's booth. She'll take your live voice vote at 877-602-9696. Or you can go online. It's easy. x96.com. Look for the box that says Boners July 7, 2025. Click and vote. If you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It'll appear. Click and vote. Hey, coming up at 8 o'clock, we got Bill Frost telling us what's on TV. Beat Gina is on the way. All that and more. Stand by. All right, you got 3 minutes. Let's get your voting in. Here we go. It's Boner of the Day.
Listen to Radio from Hell and Home when you're
All right, 7:48. It's time to award Boner of the Day.
And this morning's boner is brought to you in part by Garlic Burger.
Ooh, and by Waterproof Your Home with Baseco, because water can make its way through your foundation in many different ways. Baseco specializes in a variety of permanent foundation waterproofing solutions tailored to your unique issue. From sump pumps all the way to major repairs to cracked and settled foundations, each solution is backed by a guarantee. Schedule a free assessment today at baseco.net.
Do you go to Cotton Bottom?
No, so you can get a Harmon's garlic burger in their meat counter. They're all made already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Go home and grill it yourself.
okay.
And by go home and grill it yourself, I mean my husband went
You have
home
him
and-
do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Boner count at number 1. Grandma, I need you to bail me out of jail. And maybe we'll do an X poll about this week because it sounded like a lot of people have experience with this scam. Well, they finally caught one of the guys that was doing it. $30 million later, finally got him. Boner candidate number 1. Boner candidate number 2. Nope, never got my $50 Taco Bell order. This is a woman who not only does she do this, but she posted it on TikTok. Hey, guess what? You can get free dinner and a refund if you just say you never got your meal, even if you got your meal. And that's not cool. And Boner candidate number 3. You sure you want to go ahead with that pregnancy? This is a woman who was putting in with her boss for her maternity leave, and he kept going back at her with how difficult this was going to be for the company, and does she really want to take all this time, and you're really inconveniencing all of us, lady. Let's see if we got the boner results. Looks like far and away boner candidate number 3 wins boner today. The boss that is inconvenienced by your pregnancy.
This is a bad time for me.
Yeah.
It's your boner of the day for today, July 7, 2025, now qualified to be boner of the week. And
So we had a 4th of July over
Yes.
the weekend, obviously. I'm not sure what your guys' plans were, but I just caught up with the fam for the first time in a while.
It's a big family holiday.
I mean, it's been a big family summer for me. My brother got married. My other brother has been out in California. So 4th of July, with it being my dad's birthday recently, was just kind of like a way to get together for the first time in weeks. Our family, I feel like the way Gina talks about her family are very similar. Like we get together a lot.
There are a lot of events.
So
there are a lot of mandatory things to attend.
Too many, if you ask me.
way too many. My mom and my sister recently got back from this cruise vacation in Europe post my brother's birthday. So my mom, much like Gina, I feel like is the type of who's like, I was thinking about you and I got you a gift while I was gone.
Yeah, which is nice.
So it's me, my wife, my brother and his new wife, like, all sitting on the back patio. Similar thing. Like, it's been a while. I wanted to get you guys something. And my mom, while she was there, and this requires a little bit of Googling, got me and my brother, for each of our households, a Sicilian pine cone. And I'm not sure if...
Are you going to make me Google Sicilian pine
what
cone?
this is.
It is an oval-shaped object with a flared base.
Wait a second.
No, she didn't.
Well, in Sicilian culture, as Google says, the pine cone, known as the pina in Italian, is a powerful symbol of good luck, prosperity, and fertility.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Katie.
She wants grandbabies. That's what this is.
Does that contribute to grandberries? Grandbabies?
Grandberries. Katie, send that to the TV on x96.com/live, and we have a picture of it. This takes a minute. Just a second. There we go.
Kind.
There it is.
Naive mother. Put these out in front of each of us.
First of all, let's talk about the design. This is just a bad design. I mean, there's so much potential for bacteria there.
I think they go back years, right? Like as a cultural staple. But
this is supposed to.
It's a common motif in Sicilian ceramics, often given as a gift for weddings or births, carrying wishes of happiness and a thriving family.
Me and my wife just moved into a new place. My brother just got married. So my thoughtful mother thought that this would be a very kind thing. So she presents it. Okay.
I mean, I can't call it what it is on the air because the FCC will not allow me. But it's...
She presents this to me.
It's a pine cone
with a flared base,
sitting on a base.
Sitting on a base. She presents it to me, and I guess maybe in other circumstances I'd be able to hold myself together a little bit better. But just the casualness of my family, I burst out laughing immediately.
Did you make your mom feel bad?
I'm talking about it on the radio. I don't think I'm
bad.
You're not helping. Yeah, you're not helping.
She meant well.
She did. She did. 100%. My brother starts laughing. Our wives convincingly go like, "What could you possibly be laughing at?" With these two things, I find out later they both immediately thought the exact same thing when it was brought out. And my mom gets very rightfully so dejected that I laugh, saying, "No, it's for homes and weddings, and I was just thinking of you guys on the trip." And I made the bad comment of saying, like, "Well, I do really enjoy the ribbing." That is,
Nick, you are grounded.
It is sitting prominently in our new living room.
You will fondly look at this,
of course,
for years to come.
Please stop. Please stop with this.
All right.
You will. This is a story
of course.
That you will think about.
Of course. And you know what she said? She regretted, without still understanding what I was referencing.
Yeah.
She was like, "I wish I got you guys the bigger one."
No, she didn't.
Okay, I hate to ask this question, but how big is it?
Oh, it's like the size of a fist.
You had to use that as a measurement.
Well, it's it's an easy.
Your mom tried to do a nice thing, and you had to make it nasty.
I didn't make anything nasty. Okay, the Sicilian pine cones made themselves nasty.
I'm sticking up for your mom.
You're what?
I'm sticking up for his mom. I'm defending.
Oh,
his
okay,
mom.
that's better. That's better. Yeah.
Oh my God,
that's better.
That is funny, though.
So that was my 4th of July.
Wow.
And, I'm very proud of my Sicilian pine cone in the middle of my living room.
This is a great addition to your home.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a story.
Mm-hmm.
When you have people over, it's a conversation starter.
People are going to look at it and go, "Let's get out of here."
I've never heard of this.
Now put a pineapple next to it. Why don't you?
Sure. Yeah.
It kind of goes together.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm glad I had nothing happening this 4th of July now.
Nothing?
Well, I mean.
Damn it, Martin. This is compressed air. Well, what the hell kind of a knot was that?
You pulled the wrong one. You screw around with these tanks and they're gonna blow up.
Yes, real fine, expensive gear you brought out here, Mr. Hooper. But I don't know what that bastard shark's gonna do with it. He might eat it, I suppose. Seen one eat a rocking chair one time.
That was my 4th of July.
Carrie watches Jaws every
4th
of July.
I realize now I have it committed to memory. It's frightening.
Oh, yeah. You could perform it.
I mean, it's no Italian pine cone.
That's my sign-off. It's no Sicilian pine.
Sicilian, sorry.
Get your loved one a Sicilian pine cone.
And how did Mom take the explanation?
Oh, that's disgusting. That's not the thing I would think of with this. No. And she truly would not.
She truly would not.
Yeah, she's a beautiful, charming, thoughtful, naive woman.
All right. Well, I look forward to meeting her someday.
Don't say that here.
No,
don't say that here.
Well, not.
This is the time you want to meet my mom?
I shouldn't.
Carrie has wanted to meet her previous to this occasion.
Yes, I have. All right.
Can I muster myself to do traffic?
I hope so.
Traffic. There is a whole bunch of that going on. I-15 northbound near Bountiful. That crash is still causing a right shoulder being blocked over there. And then I-15 southbound between Sandy and Midvale. There's a crash there that is blocking the right shoulder. And then near the point of the mountain, as you are, it doesn't say what direction. That's always helpful. Point of the mountain, there's an incident. Thanks, UDOT. There you go. That's your traffic report. It's all brought to you by Feldman's Deli, Utah's authentic Jewish deli with expanded hours. Now open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 8:30 p.m. for breakfast till 10:30, lunch and dinner, and live music Fridays and Saturdays. More info at feldmansdeli.com.
So we're telling you about this today.
Uh-huh.
When they're not open.
Yes.
All right. They're open tomorrow. Start planning
plan
now.
ahead. Yeah.
Start planning now, right? Okay. Let's see. We'll take a break. KXRK Provo. Right after this, Bill Frost will be here to tell us what's on TV. Stand by. Did you know you could stream Radio from Hell on the X96 app? So now you don't have the excuse of, I don't have a radio. Instead, you can stream us.
who says Mondays make him feel like he has a Sicilian pine cone around.
In Sandy.
In Sandy.
All right. Is this a sponsored feature, Nick?
Let's check. I got a whole bunch of stuff I'm reading here. It is not. So let's get right into it.
Okay. Well, that's not your theme music.
That would work, though.
This is your theme music. Here we go. There he is, Bill Frost, the TV10 podcast, BillFrost.tv.
Yeah.
Syndicated columnist.
Yeah.
You're nationwide.
He's bad. He's
technically
nationwide. Yes. Well, we're all worldwide.
Yeah.
There you go.
Somebody asked me, "Are you guys syndicated?" I said, "Well, we're on the World Wide Web, so
sure, everything is now.
I guess so.
Nothing's local anymore.
No. All right, Mr. Frost, what do you have for us this week?
You Bosch fans out there.
Oh,
must be
and
some of them.
They are legion.
Yeah.
I finally read a Bosch book. Now
book?
Yeah, it's yeah. So now I get it.
Okay. Yeah. We have another spin-off series.
Okay.
Ballard, Maggie Q, starring as LAPD detective Renee Ballard, and this was a sort of a backdoor pilot spin-off.
I haven't seen Maggie Q in a while.
Yeah, she was in the final season of Bosch Legacy,
and
now she's off on her own thing, investigating yet another. There's yet another conspiracy within the LAPD.
Okay. Well, I mean, I like Maggie Q.
Oh, yeah. And also Titus Welliver will be showing up as well. This is on Prime Video.
He was Lex Luthor for a day.
Oh, yeah?
And he was really good.
What do you mean for a day?
It was on a TV series.
Oh.
He was Lex Luthor for a day, and he was just, I went, yes, more of him as Lex Luthor.
That's true. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. So all 10 episodes drop on Wednesday on Prime Video.
Prime Video.
Also on Wednesday, season 17, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
The longest-running live-action comedy.
Now, is this? Is it?
It is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
It is officially now.
Okay, now, so is this season the crossover
yes,
with Abbott
the
Elementary?
first episode.
The first episode.
We'll conclude the crossover with It's Always Sunny
So I'll watch
with Abbott Elementary, yes.
I have not seen a whole episode of It's Always Sunny.
Isn't it too naughty to be a crossover with
Well, that's what I'm doing.
That's the joke.
What I want to see is how do they do that?
Yeah, I think I saw Quinta Brunson on some talk show saying, like, so would you, or no, it was one of the Sunny in Philadelphia cast members saying, so would you recommend your people who watched Abbott Elementary to watch Always Sunny? No.
No.
Because they've already done the Sunny characters in Abbott.
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I thought, successful.
Yes,
Even Danny DeVito.
And on Thursday, a new Lena Dunham series on Netflix called Too Much. It's about it's sort of a semi-autobiographical rom-com about a New Yorker who has a bad relationship. She takes a job in London and meets a new guy who's nothing but red flags, and this sounds like Emily in Paris to me.
Yeah.
Emily in London.
Lena in London.
Yes. Lena is not in it. She just co-created it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But I mean, I like watching her. So
yeah. Richard E. Grant, Andrew Rannells, Stephen Fry are just some.
It's a good cast.
Naomi Watts is in here.
These are big
Rhea
people.
Perlman.
Boy, these are
Jessica Alba.
This is a big cast.
Yeah. And all 10 episodes. It's a half-hour episode. Start on Thursday on Netflix.
Okay.
Friday, Dexter's back yet again.
Already?
Yeah, if you, I wrote about this in City Weekly. You can find it at cityweekly.net or billfrost.tv. Catching up on the entire Dexter canon. And this is Dexter Resurrection. He survived at the end. Now we know he survived at the end of New Blood. Because his son shot him.
Because New Blood started with him bleeding out in the back of a car and ended with him recovering somehow.
Yeah. So he's now he's in New York looking for his son who shot him. Yeah.
Like, is he gonna get
I don't
him?
think he's out to kill him. He's just looking for him. He's like,
son, we need to talk.
We got some bad blood here. We got to settle this. Yeah.
Okay.
Also in here are Uma Thurman, Neil Patrick Harris dropping by, Peter Dinklage, Kristen Ritter as a fellow serial killer.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I have to watch.
Yeah.
I seriously, I begrudgingly watch this show.
Yeah.
You know.
And also David Zayas and James Remar are back from the original Dexter. And if you have Paramount Plus with Showtime, it's on Friday. If you have regular Showtime through cable, it's on Sunday.
That's confusing.
I don't know why they're doing that.
I don't.
Yeah.
They can't get it together.
And
watch it on your own time.
Yeah.
Watch it whenever.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bill likes this show. Foundation, Apple TV Plus, Season 3, sci-fi series.
I'm hearing good things.
Yeah. And going all the way to Sunday, a new series based on a Stephen King novel of the same name, The Institute.
Oh, really?
About a group of teens who are sent to a facility. They have unusual abilities. They're not the X-Men, but they have abilities.
They're not the New Mutants?
Okay.
Starring in this are Joe Freeman, Mary Louise Parker.
I like her.
Yeah. And it's on MGM Plus, though.
Oh.
So
again, another...
Eventually you'll see it somewhere else, probably.
But this is like Stephen King getting adaptations like left and right.
I know.
I hope he's cashing in.
I'll bet he is.
Taking a vacation or something.
And Gina,
yes,
this may be of interest to you.
Okay.
CNN docuseries on Sunday, Live Aid, When Rock and Roll Took on the World.
Oh, yeah, I'll watch that.
Well, but here's the thing with the CNN series,
Yeah.
because I watched that Eva Longoria in Spain one, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they have breaking news, they just
Pop right in.
the show goes away, and you can't find it on demand or anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like the last 2 episodes of Eva Longoria
They're
in
just
Spain.
not available
I
anymore?
can't find them.
Allegedly, they're supposed to be available on Max, but
Allegedly.
that's not always the case.
I'll go and look and see, but
So you better hope something doesn't pop up on Sunday. Of course, it
no
will.
breaking news. Yeah.
It will. But yeah. And we're talking to people like Bono and Sting and, oh, by the way, Bob Geldof, who just put the whole thing together, but he's third billed here.
Really? Well, no.
You're no Bono and Sting.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll watch that.
I don't
Yeah,
like
I'll watch
Mondays. Come on.
That's it? That's all you got?
And yeah, that's it for the new stuff this week, and let's count Bachelor in Paradise, which starts tonight. And Big Brother, that starts sometime later this week. These are the shows I rarely mention.
Yeah.
Just so you know, they're there, though.
I'm supposed to care, I think, but I just don't. I just can't.
And in our job, we're supposed to really care about
I
this.
just-
Morning shows across the nation look forward to this so they can talk about it.
The one you're supposed to care about right now is Love Island, and that one is rough. It is rough.
Do you watch that?
My wife does, so I get snippets.
So you have to.
Well, they literally put out a new episode every single day.
That's true, yeah.
It's
So,
Big
I mean-
Brother, but every day over a month.
So forgive me.
Yeah.
What's the premise? I don't even know what the
I
premise of
can't even explain it to you.
I think they're
Don't be
finding
s-
love on an island.
Oh, okay.
Don't be single is the only thing
Don't-
I know.
okay.
If you're single, you can get eliminated. Other people can come into the show later, which doesn't seem fair
So
at
you're,
all.
you're
Like,
supposed to hook. It's hooking up.
yeah, no.
Oh,
You're supposed to be on a journey together.
Is that what they're calling it now?
Not hookup.
Okay.
I don't ask me.
All right.
So
And I want to put in a word in for the series I mentioned a couple weeks ago, Smoke on Apple TV Plus, starring the guy from The Kingsman,
Colin Firth.
Taron Egerton.
Taron Egerton.
Taron Egerton and Journey Smollett.
I like her.
She's really good in this. She's like very intense. She's like, well, you know, every one of these series has to have their troubled, you know, police detective.
Yeah.
She's that role, playing her very well.
She's so good.
And Taron Egerton is an arson investigator. They're trying to track down a couple of serial arsonists, and we're about 3 episodes in now.
And was Taron Egerton, was he Elton John?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I want him to be Wolverine, but that's another.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's another story.
Yeah, this is based on a podcast, the Firebug podcast.
Well, see, now I was there.
I know.
You told me that. Ironheart, all 6 episodes
Yeah.
are out. And if you only watch one of the episodes, watch the last one.
Okay.
For Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Playing a major character in the Marvel Universe. Major.
Okay, I saw this. I don't want to give it away.
I don't want to give it away either. I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
But, he's perfect.
I don't.
I want more of that. Oh, he's so good.
We finally found something for Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yes, exactly. He's just so good in that role.
All right.
does he show up as Borat?
I'll tell you. And then I watched The Electric State.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either, but I was really jazzed for the premise. I was all in for the premise.
What is the premise?
It's these animatronic robots gain sentience.
Okay.
All machines.
All machines.
All machines.
All machines gain sentience, and then there's a war between the humans and the machines, and then the machines lose, and they're put on a reservation, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
It was fine up until the end with the heavy-handed message.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is, get off the internet and talk to people in real life. It was so heavy-handed.
I thought it was fine up until the part where Chris Pratt showed up.
Yeah, I didn't even mind that so much.
Doing his Indiana Jones cosplay.
Well, it was Indiana Jones and Star-Lord. That's what he was doing.
His rogue character.
Exactly. The same character he always plays. All right. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Bill Frost, everybody. BillFrost.tv. Or read his article in the City Weekly. Graphic Nick.
So you know all those incidents I was talking about earlier?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They're gone.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Nice.
So go. It never happened.
Yeah, go drive around.
It's like the Epstein list. Suddenly it's gone.
Yeah.
Traffic. It's like the Epstein list.
Suddenly it's gone. It was a danger 6 months ago, and now it's...
So that's your traffic, all brought to you by, do you or someone you love struggle with addiction? Help is out there. Renaissance Ranch is one of Utah's best addiction treatment centers. They accept most private insurance and Medicaid. Schedule a free consultation at renaissanceranch.com.
All right. Thank you very much. Beat Gina coming up after these messages and a song. The song's an On This Day.
Oh,
by
good.
the way. Beat Gina coming up after these messages and a song. Easy to play, easy to win the prize. What is the prize?
Goldfinger tickets.
And who's Goldfinger playing? Is it like two other big bands?
Yeah, they're playing with Unwritten Law and Zebrahead September 12th at the Complex.
So there you go. Goldfinger, Zebrahead, Unwritten Law. 877-602-9696 is the number to call. It's easy to win the prize. 877-602-9696. All you got to do is play Beat Gina. Get in line, the sooner the better. All right. 877-602-9696.
That's the name of the cat came with. There's Binky, x96.com/live. The first picture I showed you, I didn't have a picture of her surgery, and I still don't know why she lost her leg, her right hind leg, but that's the surgery. And it's so amazing to me that she does not seem to mind this at all. The only thing she doesn't like is the collar,
the cone,
the cone of shame. And if you reach in there and you scratch her around the chin and around the side of the head, she will not leave you alone for a while.
So we had our vet friend, Dr. Davis, on and asking him about animals losing limbs. And he said, actually, dogs and cats do really well.
It's kind of
adapt.
And it's kind of interesting. It's like you think, why aren't you depressed? Or why aren't you sad? Or why aren't you moping around? Because that's what humans do.
Yeah.
Most humans. I mean, if I lost a limb, I'd be bummed for weeks.
I wonder if they get phantom limb syndrome, because I know when people lose limbs, they can have like sensation, like it feels like it's still there. But
you know what the big problem with this is for this little cat? The litter box.
Oh, that would be.
How?
Now, I haven't watched her do this, but I can hear her in the other room.
Yeah.
She spends quite a bit of time scratching around in there.
Yeah.
And then
But can she hold herself up enough?
I don't know how. I haven't watched to see how, but you can tell that's the difficulty because she scratches and around. She's, most cats just, they go in a couple of scratches, do their business, and they're done. She's in there just scratching and scratching and scratching in the litter box, and she's using it because I have to go clean it out.
So you're fostering her till she heals from this, and then she'll be up for adoption?
Yeah.
So if somebody's interested in adopting her, how do they do that?
The Humane Society. It'll be a while yet, and I'll tell you more about it because she has to go back to the Humane Society or back to the vet to be spayed.
Oh.
So. They didn't just do all that at once?
No, I think that was a little much. So next week she'll go back and be spayed and have those staples. They just look so painful to me.
They do.
But she'll have the staples removed and she'll be spayed. And it just, again, it's amazing to me. She just goes about her business and she's really, she loves having as I said, the scratch around the neck, and she'll bother you a little bit to keep. She wants you to keep doing that, but if you stop and say, go, I've got stuff to do here, then she'll just go, oh, okay, and go away and sit in a chair or something.
My neighbors used to have a donkey that only had 3 legs. They named it Wonky.
The Wonky Donkey.
Oh, here's one. I got breast reduction surgery and had phantom boob syndrome.
What?
Oh, that's not true, sir.
Sir?
I think they do have phantom leg syndrome. Well, it's called phantom limb. My dog had her front amputated a few years ago, and in her sleep she would run, and you could see the muscles in her chest twitch on the amputated side.
Yeah.
She also still shakes with that side. That was her dominant arm.
Oh, you like shake hands? Huh?
Yeah. Oh, and Sid, who's a vet tech. My old boss used to say that pets are built with 3 legs and a backup.
An extra.
Yeah. Well, that dog that I rescued and then gave to my brother had 3 legs, and that dog was an escape artist. My brother Scott did everything he could to keep that dog in the yard, and he built the fences high, and the dog would find ways to get out and run away. Loved to run. And I don't know how he did it.
Gina's sign-off is, we called it Wonky.
Wonky. Wonky the Donkey.
And Wonky the Donkey apparently is a book?
Oh, maybe.
Well, all right. If not, it should be.
Is it an okay book for kids? I don't know if we should be promoting it.
I mean, how is the donkey wonky?
Well, that's what I was...
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Never fails to amuse.
I like that one, and I like this one, too.
Is that the same cat?
Different cat.
This little cat has a really nice distinctive meow, and it's a questioning.
It goes up at the end.
Yeah, it's like
meow.
meow.
On this day, in 1987, Echo and the Bunnymen released their 5th studio album, featuring Lips Like Sugar, Bedbugs and Ballyhoo. Oh, that's what I should have played.
No, that was good. I like
Lips Like Sugar, but we haven't heard Bedbugs and Ballyhoo in a while. And, of course, The Game is on that album as well. All right. Is this a sponsored feature?
You betcha. Tired of paying too much for concerts? Experience great live music and enjoy adult beverages without paying stupid prices at the coolest venues in town. Check out Big Head Todd and the Monsters with Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers August 24th at Deer Valley. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com. It's Nickiola filling in for my Uncle Johnny. Hey kids, we all know nothing's more fun than spinning a top, right? Wrong! Introducing Beyblades, spinning tops that go to war. With attached piercing blades, you can launch these tops at each other and witness them clash at a terminal velocity, each losing top jettisoning out of the arena until only one victor remains. Pick up 1, pick up 5. Just ask Mom or Dad for some safety glasses as well.
What could go wrong?
Safety glasses not included with purchase of Beyblades. And now,
there you go.
spinning his charisma onto the stage, your host, Carrie Jackson.
Spinning his charisma onto the stage.
You betcha.
Spinning the Riz.
Thanks for being here to help out today,
Yes,
Johnny.
thank you.
Or Nickiola.
Nickiola.
I'm happy doing. If it's not written down in front of me, I don't know what to say.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
You can't ad-lib.
Don't ask him any
Okay,
questions.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
You can help keep track of the score.
Okay,
though,
you do
right?
need to keep the score.
Can I write down the score?
You may. It works better that way, actually. Bill tries to memorize it. Never works. No, I mean, Johnny. Your uncle.
Bill.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, your
yeah.
Uncle Johnny always. Yeah. All right. The randomizer has picked a contestant. Looks like you'll be going up against Henry today, Gina.
Hi,
Henry,
Henry.
are you there?
Yes, hey guys.
All right, Henry, we're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you the advantage in the game if you call it correctly, heads or tails.
Tails.
Tails. All right. Let's see what happens. It is tails.
Well, you're one step closer to winning.
What's the prize, Nick?
Who's Nick?
Nicky. Sorry.
The prize is tickets to see Goldfinger with Unwritten Law and Zebrahead September 12th at the Complex.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Because the first question is for you. It's to you. It's multiple choice, pop culture trivia. All on your own you can answer this. If you get it correct, you get the point. If not, Gina, she's been paying attention. She'll answer the same question correctly and steal your point away, maybe. And we'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. Because we've got some leftover questions here, that's what we'll do. Potpourri, we'll get rid of our Tom Cruise trivia questions first, all right?
Okay.
All right, Henry, first question. Who was Tom Cruise's acting idol? Who was Tom Cruise's acting idol? Is it 1, Don Knotts? Is it 2, Paul Lynde? Is it 3, Paul Newman? Or 4, Jimmy Stewart?
I'll take Paul Newman.
Correct.
That's 1 point for Herney. I have written down here.
Henry.
Herney's written down.
He has to read what's written down, you know.
Gina is up next.
Gina.
Yes.
Tom Cruise did not stay for the remainder of the 2002 Academy Awards after opening them because it was his turn to...
Okay.
What? Is it 1, make the donuts?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 2, test and repair all the E-meters at the Scientology Center?
Somebody's got to do it.
3, clean up after the neighborhood block party?
Uh-huh.
Or 4, look after his and ex-wife Nicole Kidman's children?
I mean, there are... Because 4 is the obvious one. It's 4. No. Yeah, it's 4.
That's
it
1
was
point
too,
for
It was
Gina.
too easy. I thought it was maybe a trick question.
You don't think he was cleaning up after the block party?
I mean, maybe.
All right.
It's now Hen's turn to...
Who?
Henry.
I scribbled out the last portion, trying to fix it. It's his turn.
All right, Henry. At the age of 14, Tom Cruise enrolled in a class that he dropped 1 year later. What was this class, and why did he take it? Was it 1, the physics of pizza to become the best pizza chef in the world? Is it 2, masters in baiting, so he could be a better fisherman?
Sure, yeah.
Is it 3, seminary to become a priest? Or 4, chemistry to become a scientist? Zoologist.
I believe he dropped out of seminary.
To become a priest, correct.
And that's 2 points for Happy. Next up, we got Gina.
It's Henry.
Yeah.
I can't read my handwriting.
That's unfortunate. All right. Pet Cemetery trivia.
Okay.
What kind of cat is Church?
Okay.
And we're talking in the original Pet Cemetery movie. Is it 1, a Russian blue? Is it 2, a Hufflepuff? 3, a blue British Shorthair? Or 4, a wonderful, wonderful cat?
A Russian blue. No?
I'm sorry.
Really?
Threw that in there to throw you off.
It worked.
Well, that gives Happy a chance to steal.
Happy, what's the answer?
Oh, man. That's a good one. It's a cat?
You're going with number 4, a wonderful, wonderful cat?
That's my best
Would
guess.
you like me to read them again?
Okay.
Sure, there's an option.
If it wasn't that.
Okay.
My first guess would be British.
Blue British
Oh,
Shorthair.
you got it. Okay.
And just like that,
Yeah.
Hep Hep takes the victory.
Oh, man.
Easy breezy.
Wow. Way to go, Henry.
It's Henry. I don't know why it's not a hard... Henry, it's not a hard name, and you'll give that and the rest of your name and information to Katie in the producer's booth so she can get you your Goldfinger tickets.
I'm sorry, guys.
Hang on the line, Henry.
I was just feeling a little nauseous thinking about all that spinning.
Is
The
that it?
Beyblades, too.
Is that it?
That's-
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Nikki. All right. Big Boy News now brought to you by.
Brought to you by Experience the Power of Laser Rush, a mind-blowing laser show set to the legendary music of Rush. Created by the acclaimed laser maestro, this immersive spectacle lights up the dome with epic visuals and classic rock only at Clark Planetarium.
Sean Diddy Combs was greeted with a standing ovation from his fellow inmates upon returning to prison after receiving an acquittal for most of the serious charges against him, according to one of his attorneys. On Wednesday, Combs was officially acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering charges that could have led to a life in prison had he been convicted. The rapper's lead attorney said that they all said, we never get to see anyone who beats the government. You stuck it to the man, Diddy. Now, Bill and I had a bet.
Yeah.
The bet was that he would. My bet was that he would get off, and Bill bet that he would be convicted, and it was a split decision. But in my mind, I think he won. He won because even though he was found convicted of a few things, he's not going to spend a lot of time in prison.
He's still going to prison, though.
I mean, for a bit, but it could be for a year or two. It's not. He could have got life in prison for the things he was charged with.
I mean, I love that the lawyer tried spinning the inmates.
Oh, they did.
Clapping.
He's a hero.
Like that's a positive thing.
Hey, prisoners love him.
Yeah.
And there's some floating around of he might get a pardon and maybe doesn't stay even the little bit that he gets sentenced. Now he has to stay. They tried to bail him out and they said no, he's got to stay until sentencing, which isn't until October. So you get a little bit more of a satisfaction of him being in prison for a bit longer. But
and whatever sentence he does get, he gets 10 months off for what he's been serving so far.
So not nearly enough for the horrible person that he is. More on the Texas flood. It was his first rescue operation. Scott Ruskin, a 26-year-old Coast Guard rescue swimmer based in Corpus Christi, Texas, woke up to banging at his door on the early hours of July 4th. There was flooding around San Antonio when he was being deployed, he was told. Oh, and do you have a chainsaw? Bring that with you. Mr. Ruskin was part of a crew that was tasked with evacuating hundreds of people at Camp Mystic, an all-girls Christian summer camp along the Guadalupe River that has become the hub of loss in the catastrophic floods that have killed more than 80 people across central Texas. About 750 girls were at the camp this session, officials said. Mr. Ruskin and his team took off on a helicopter around 7 a.m. on Friday near the camp. Took them nearly 6 hours to reach San Antonio because of poor visibility and changing weather conditions. By the end of their operation, Mr. Ruskin was credited with saving 165 people from Camp Mystic.
Wow.
He was part of more than 1,700 emergency responders, bystanders, and family members. Others who used helicopters, drones, arrived on horseback trucks, searched from boats, golf carts for those who remained unaccounted for. Many rescue stories over the past 48 hours have been harrowing. It's just nice to give a little bit of a positive in this, that this one guy credited with saving 165 people there.
Good for him.
How can you help? We had scams in the boners today, and there will be scams associated with this. I'm actually going to tweet out this article with vetted different organizations that you can contribute to help. One of our favorites here is World Central Kitchen.
Oh, they're terrific, yeah.
They help folks out all over the world. They're good people. We trust them. There's also the American Red Cross, the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund. I'm going to tweet this out. There's also one for pets. Kerrville Pets Alive is a charity that's trying to help because, not only people are displaced in this, there's a lot of pets that are too. So I'll post that if you're wanting to help. That would be nice if you could do that. Let's see. How about a little morsel of murder?
Yeah, okay. Hit me with it.
The Australian woman accused of killing her ex-in-laws and a third family member by poisoning them with death cap mushrooms at lunch has been found guilty of murder. On Monday, July 7th, in southeastern Victoria Town, Erin Patterson, 50 years old, convicted of murder of her estranged husband, Simon. You don't ever eat lunch that your estranged wife made you.
Oh, I learned that lesson.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be part of the problem? As well as Dawn and Gail Patterson, both 70, and Gail's sister, Heather. She was found guilty of attempted murder of Heather's husband, who was hospitalized for a week. He managed to survive the lunch. Dawn, Gail, and Heather were taken to the hospital and died within days after consuming beef Wellington, which is that's a fancy meal.
That's a complex dish.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Served by Erin, who'd been laced with deadly mushrooms in July 2023. As previously reported, the murders said that she said that she didn't intend to kill it. No, she definitely intended to kill it. Among the evidence used during the trial, the BBC reported on Monday that images of Aaron's dining room table had been shown to the jury, as well as photos of the food dehydrator, which she initially denied owning. I don't have a food dehydrator. Well, what's this over here with residue of deadly mushrooms on it? The food dehydrator.
Oh, I see.
Aaron has since admitted she dumped the dehydrator in the landfill the week after the fatal lunch. The appliance was later recovered by police, and her fingerprints and death cap mushroom trace were found all over it.
Well, and her claim was also that, she'd either picked up the mushrooms from the store, she didn't know they were in it, and it's like, those are very, very, very hard to find.
Yeah.
Those specific mushrooms. You wouldn't find them at any common location.
Oh, speaking of hard to find in murder, I need to find this for tomorrow. I don't have it in front of me. But there's a guy who killed his wife with a deer tranquilizer. So it's a tranquilizer that people that have big ranches and don't want to kill the deer but just want to move them safely. You tranquilize them with this specific kind of tranquilizer, and then you load them on a flatbed and move them somewhere. And then his wife died, and he got away with it for a long time until they found out that in this part of it's Texas again. He's the only person that has purchased that tranquilizer
because everyone else had just killed the deer, right?
Yeah.
He's like the only like it was so easy to trace it to him. Like, you're the only guy that's bought this stuff that killed your wife.
She had COVID. I heard it was a cure.
I'll have to find that for another official morsel of burger.
The sports weather traffic.
Sports. I sent you the audio, Carrie.
Hang on.
In case
Sorry, I was prepping geek news.
No. You're totally good. So the champ is back after a year away from the famed eating contest on Coney Island Boardwalk. Joey Chestnut returned once again to dominate at Nathan's famous international hot dog eating contest by consuming 70 and a half hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes to win another mustard belt. The part that I don't want to play for you on air is him eating, but you should definitely hear his introduction by the announcer if you have that ready to go.
There we go.
I think the 35-second mark is where I said you can start it.
Formed from the shards of shattered angels, wielding the white sword of righteousness, standing as quiet as truth. Ladies and gentlemen, while we must all face the dark mountain of night, forsaken and forlorn, alone in the ruins of our own minds, he will never fail or falter, for he defies the ministers of our faith and the limitations of our birth. And he will not stop until he stands side by side with the gods, his glory is strung like beads of light, to adorn the arc of history itself. Joey Chestnut!
That's my man.
He eats He eats hot dogs.
Yeah, but a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them, but...
And he doesn't eat them, he swallows them.
Yeah.
Like, there's no chewing involved, I don't think.
You dab the hot dog bun in water so it goes
So
down
gross.
even quicker.
When's the next hot dog eating contest on the lawn of the White House? When is that going to happen?
Well, it was perfect sunny skies for the hot dog eating contest, 78-degree weather, which can only be described as near perfect conditions to spend 4th of July in Brooklyn consuming frankfurters. That is your sports. Speaking of weather, why don't we take a peek at that at the moment? 73 degrees currently in Salt Lake City, high of 93 later today, high of 94 tomorrow, high of 95 on Wednesday with some chance of clouds then, but basically clear skies over the next 7 days going into the 80s starting Thursday. Taking a peek at traffic, there's just no incidents being reported.
I think a lot
out
of
there.
people, like Bill,
Yeah.
included this day as part of their vacation.
Vacation from your vacation
Mhm.
type of ordeal. Anyways, that's basically what I do around here. It's all brought to you by, do you or someone you love struggle with addiction? Help is out there. Renaissance Ranch is one of Utah's best addiction treatment centers. They accept most private insurance and Medicaid. Schedule a free consultation at renaissanceranch.com.
All right, we got some geek news for you after this, and then the Boner recap game just after 9 o'clock. Stand by for
fix.
Oh, hi. Sorry, we're doing a show here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. 8:47 right now, and I got some geek news for you. Who is this brought to you by?
Brought to you by Cabin Fever. It's locally owned and operated since 1982 and located in the heart of Trolley Square. It's Cabin Fever. So much more than a gift store.
Oh, thanks. Great place, by the way. Go down and say hi to Dave, Cabin Fever. All right, let's see. Now, this weekend, Superman, the Superman movie.
It's finally here.
Finally here. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm not a DC guy, as you know. I'm a Marvel zombie. So Fantastic Four is where my stakes are. But I'm a fan of James Gunn, and he's doing what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. He's going to do that with the DC universe. That's Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Green Lantern.
Okay,
all of those. And he has already been taking some crap from online trolls.
Because we can't have nice things?
Because we can't have nice things. People who think they know the character Superman and what he's all about. He's going to make him woke. He's going to make woke Superman.
Have you met Superman?
Have you read a comic of Superman? So he finally admits, yes, there's some politics here.
Okay.
Because James Gunn, like me, bleeding heart liberal.
Okay.
He says, yes, it's about politics, but on the other level, it's about morality. Do you never kill no matter what, which is what Superman believes? Or do you have some balance, as Lois believes? It's really about their relationship and the way different opinions on basic moral beliefs can tear two people apart.
See, that's interesting to me.
Exactly. Superman is the story of America, an immigrant that came from other places and populated the country. But for me, it's mostly a story that says basic human kindness is a value, and it is something that we have lost.
Yes.
This is all in the Times. You can read the interview. This Superman does seem to come at a particular time when people are feeling loss of hope in other people's goodness. I'm telling a story about a guy who is uniquely good that feels needed now because there is meanness that has emerged due to cultural figures being mean online. And I include myself in this. It is ad infinitum, millions of people having tantrums online. Now, I'm going to pause there real quick. And he got in trouble with Marvel some time ago about his tweets about the Trump administration. Marvel said, stay out of it, stay out of it, and he got very angry at them. How are we supposed to get anywhere as a culture? We don't know what's real, and that is a really difficult place for the human brain to be. No, I don't make films to change the world, but a few people could just be nicer after seeing this movie. That would make me happy.
I'm all in.
Yeah,
James.
that sounds pretty boring. Yeah, I want an AI gorilla in there dancing alongside Superman.
You mean Gorilla Grodd? That's a DC character, by the way. So now, after all that, it's always been the Zack Snyder bros versus the James Gunn fans, and So after all of that, Rick and Morty is on last night.
Okay.
And I thought that this was not the real people, but it was. Zack Snyder and James Gunn played themselves.
Oh, do you have it?
I have the audio.
Let's hear it.
In an episode of Rick and Morty.
Okay.
That was on last night. So here I have to be careful with this audio because it's, here we go.
Please. Yo, James Gunn.
Oh, hi, Zack Snyder.
Just saw your new cut of Superman, and word of advice, he's the man of steel, not the man of conversation.
Okay.
Do more shots of him punching, and here is a secret move. Start the punch at regular speed, and then you're gonna ramp it down.
It's not a f***ing secret. I'm sorry, Zack Snyder. I shouldn't be lashing out at you. Your biceps are the size of my head.
Yes, but so is my heart.
That's great. I love that they did that.
They did that, and funny. I thought it was just voice actors pretending to be them because Rick and Morty has done that before. But there's whole articles this morning about how, we asked them to do it. We kept throwing them jokes. They were good sports about all of it, and they went with it.
I love it when people are able to have a sense of humor about this.
Exactly. So that's Rick and Morty Season 8, Episode 7. which aired last night. So
that makes me happy.
That is cool. Also, for people of a certain age, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, special place in our heart.
Sure.
Because it was a comic that we loved, and then suddenly there it is up on the screen, and it's actually good. And you keep in mind, this is before CG. All physical stunts and effects. The costumes are, Jim Henson's Creature Shop made the facial
puppets.
The puppets.
Yeah.
They had these martial artists in the turtle costumes to do the moves and everything. So it's one of those 35 years ago, this movie.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that old. But they will be returning to theaters for a limited time this August. And you're also going to get, not only you get to re-experience the classic film, but the re-release will also include the debut of Turtles Unmasked, a new featurette packed with brand new footage from the making of the film. And that will run before the movie. And it will include a new interview with the director, Steve Barron, as well as new looks at deleted scenes from the film and home video recorded footage from behind the scenes. That'll be August 17th and August 19th. And you get those tickets through Fathom Entertainment. And, there's not really a whole hell of a lot happening. We did lose a lot of geek-related people over the weekend.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier, but maybe...
we lost, of course, some you know, some you don't know. One you don't know, Mark Snow.
I don't know Mark Snow.
He made the X-Files theme. Which is one you
How
know.
did that go?
Exactly.
What? I'm sorry, my headphones aren't on. Can you do that again?
He also worked on Blue Bloods, Smallville, One Tree Hill, Children of the Dusk, Ghost Whisperer, all that. Ernest Saves Christmas.
I hope I made some money off that.
But he's known for the X-Files theme. Also, Julian McMahon, who played Dr. Doom in those earlier Fantastic Four films. He had the cancer. Michael Madsen, of course, we talked about. And Jim Shooter, who Bill and I were, well, I can't say Bill was lucky. I was lucky enough to be there when Bill and I interviewed Jim Shooter.
Because Bill didn't care?
I don't think Bill cared.
Who's Jim Shooter?
Jim Shooter was at Marvel Comics between 1978 and 1987. So we probably interviewed him probably about 1985.
Okay.
It was when KJQ was still top 40. We did a trip to New York.
Oh, okay.
And the boss said, we ought to interview some people while we're there.
Sure.
And I went, well, that's the headquarters of Marvel Comics. And I'll be damned, you call them up and say, we'd like to talk to, would you like to interview the editor-in-chief?
Yes.
And I went, well, sure.
Really?
And when I first met him, I thought, that is one ugly son of a bitch. But he really changed the comics industry. He really...
What did he do?
Well, he is responsible for the crossover miniseries. He oversaw Secret Wars from 1984, 12-issue miniseries. He is responsible for bringing Frank Miller on to do Daredevil.
Okay.
And then when he went to D.C., he brought Frank Miller on to do The Dark Knight. Both comic books changed the direction of comic books at that time. Uncanny X-Men, he brought John Byrne and Chris Claremont in. If you're a comic book fan, you know how important this guy was. And then, of course, Admiral Piet.
Who?
Kenneth Connolly. From the Star Wars movies.
Oh.
He's
you'd know him if you saw him.
Well, and he had that line, bounty hunters, we don't need that scum. Anyway, he died of old age. He died of death.
He died of death.
Died of death.
No.
All right,
Traffic, or should I say a lack of it. Let me make sure things are refreshed. Ooh, I got some. Actually, no, I don't. That is irrelevant. That is your traffic. And it's all brought to you by Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice, paints, and much more. Visit Haster Games at 6831 South State or HasterGames.com.
All right. We will take a break. We'll be back after some messages and a song. And we'll have the boner recap game for you. All you got to do is tell us who won the boner.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to do. If you were listening, you know. If you weren't listening, you could guess, but why do that when you could cheat? Go to x96.com. Take a look at the box. It says Boners, July 7th. Click on there, and it'll say winner next to the correct answer. What is the prize that we have?
I got to assemble a chicken bucket. You're going to get a Nick Davis collection piece of a chicken bucket. Does not include actual chicken.
Oh, well, let me add something to it.
Yeah?
All right.
Okay.
Coming up. So the Radio from Hell chicken bucket on the way. Let's see. 877-602-9696 is the number to call to play the boner recap game. Easy to play, easy to win. Line up as soon as possible. Larson, HVAC, and Plumbing.
You know when people say, do you know a guy? You got a guy?
We got a family.
We got a whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Larson and his family have owned Larson HVAC and Plumbing since 2017. They're friends of the program. They're probably listening now on their way to a job. Hi, Sean. These are people that we trust in our homes to take care of our plumbing and HVAC needs. I just had Larson in recently, got brand new AC. These are Rheem ACs, and my house has never been as comfortable as it is now. And doing it now, we've taken advantage of the $500 off a new high-efficiency air conditioner. It's also, there are rebates involved, and those are going away at the end of the year. And oftentimes with rebates, it's kind of a pain because there's paperwork involved. Larson takes care of all that for you. They'll get you all the rebates for it. Now is the time to do it. And these are people that we trust in our homes, and you should trust them too. Ask him about that $500 off a new high-efficiency air conditioner. Get your discount code at larsonhvac.com/X96 or call them 801-930-5450. Need some geek news? Carrie brings you up to date.
Doug in Salem says he's licking his lips for this chicken bucket, which does not contain actual chicken. He wrote that part.
In Salem.
In Salem.
What is in the chicken bucket?
Oh,
well, I've got.
Are you asking?
I'm going to add to it, but what do you have?
Here is what I have so far in this Radio from Hell chicken bucket. Obviously, some merch, our bottled water, both the Radio from Hell and X96 one. You might want to hold on to that when the future water wars happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a Radio from Hell mug, obviously some more self-promotional stuff. I have Gringo Bandito hot sauce that I found.
That's the Offspring guy, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, the guy from the Offspring.
It is.
Dexter from the Offspring.
Well, I was just pulling random stuff from the shed, but it looks like you are getting something much better than what I thought it was going to be. And here's the final accoutrement that I have. A book that I had for the White Elephant Party 2 years ago.
Okay.
That somehow made its way into the promotional room. I don't know how.
Oh.
It's the book A Mate for the Christmas Dragon, which, as its description says, a Christmas-loving dragon plus an overworked retail assistant who hates the holidays plus 5 days to win his mate's heart before a curse destroys his life equals a Christmas clash with a heartwarming happy ever after.
Is it a romance between a dragon and a woman?
You'll have to read them right now, Gina Barberi.
I heard that these types of books are very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fantasy, romance.
No, Carrie.
What are they called?
Romantasy.
Thank you.
So popular that they had to rush this one off the shelf for the very grainy printing of the front.
Oh, wow.
It's like pixelated.
Well, and allow me to add.
Yes, please.
To the bucket.
Please.
I have right here
Uh-huh.
over 100 Japanese yen.
Wow.
That's awesome.
You're giving money in the chicken?
Over 100.
What could I buy with 100 Japanese yen?
About a quarter of an egg sandwich.
Hold on to that money for the water wars, let me tell you.
Well, maybe half an egg sandwich.
Half an egg sandwich.
But they don't sell them in halves.
Wow.
All right, put that in the bucket.
Wow,
Give it to
man,
me.
I hope we have a worthy competitor.
Well,
to...
Josh is here.
Hi, Josh.
Good morning.
Hi, Josh.
Are you ready to tell us who won the boner?
I was lost in romantasy and had to double check my answer.
Okay.
Hey, Katie is checking us. She says it's smut. Let's be honest.
Okay. So here are the candidates, and you're going to tell us which one who won. Boner candidate number 1 was, Grandma, I need you to bail me out of jail. This is a scam we've all heard of. You get your grandparent, you get a panicked call from a grandchild that you need cash right now to bail out of jail. Well, they finally caught one of these guys who $30 million this guy stole from unsuspecting grandparents. They got him, so that's good. Boner candidate number 1. Boner candidate number 2, nope, I never got my $50 Taco Bell order. This is a woman who's cheating DoorDash. Like she gets her food delivered, but then says, I never got my food, and they give her a refund, and it's not nice.
Yeah.
It's stealing. And boner candidate number 3, you sure you want to go ahead with this pregnancy? This is a woman who put in the paperwork for maternity leave, and her boss was very put off by how much of a problem this is going to be for him to deal with, her being gone on maternity leave. And are you sure you need to do that? You need that time off, really, for pregnancy?
Very inconvenient for me right now.
Those are the 3 candidates. Do you know who was the winner?
Deservedly so. It was number 3.
Double what the other 2 candidates got. Are you sure you want to go ahead with that pregnancy? Correct. You are going to get this fabulous chicken bucket.
Listen. Hear that?
Wow.
That's
I'm
the sound
excited for the hot sauce.
That's the sound of prizes jangling around.
I hear good things about the hot sauce. I haven't tried it yet, but Zach,
I'm so excited for this chicken bucket. Thank you so much.
Of course.
That's the correct attitude to have.
Getting a picture with me wearing it as a hat.
Oh, you're doing all the right
Please
things.
do. Thank you. Hang on the line. We'll tell you how to get that, Josh.
Yeah, Dexter. He flies. He's a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the hot sauce business.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his
I was gonna say,
PhD in like microbiology or something.
Some some
crazy fancy science stuff.
Sciencey stuff.
And Offspring is still performing and
still touring.
Yeah.
Where does he find the time?
I don't know. And does he have a family? Is he home for dinner ever? I don't know.
That I do not know.
If he does, he brings the hot sauce, I guess. But.
Well, we could Google it, but I think people are kind of sick of us just
Googling things.
all
Oh no,
day.
we all learn stuff.
But that's where the answers are.
All right, I'll Google it.
Do you know the comedian Pete Holmes?
Yeah, he's great.
One of his best bits is about Googling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, do you remember the time when we just didn't know things? Like you had a question and you were like, I just don't know the answer to that. And the example he gives is, I woke up one day and went, where's Tom Petty from?
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And, you maybe ask somebody at the bus stop, do you know where Tom Petty's from? No, I don't. And you just walk around not knowing things until one day you run into a woman wearing a Tom Petty T-shirt and you say, hey, you're a Tom Petty fan. Do you know where Tom Petty's from? And she tells you, he's from Florida. And then you know. But I think that's so interesting because it's true.
Well,
we know
crazy.
everything
Yeah.
in a second.
I know.
Where was Tom Petty from? You Google it, and he's from Florida, and then you know it.
Okay, this is true. And I've spoken to bartenders who said for a while it stopped a lot of bar fights.
Because
you're arguing.
Yeah.
But now we're at a place in the world where it's like, well, that's just fake.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not true.
So now we've gone full circle.
Yeah. It was a liar's paradise.
Yeah.
Before.
You might as well ask the girl with the Tom Petty shirt.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Dexter Holland.
Yes. Oh, you did?
He has 3 children.
Okay.
Including Alexa, Wikipedia says.
Okay.
And he's on his second marriage with a woman named Amber.
Okay. See?
So
Family Man.
that,
No, that's
listeners,
just-
write
that's
that
just
down.
fake. That's just
Just
fake.
fake?
Yeah.
That's not real?
When you're at a bar and somebody's like, how many kids does Dexter Holland have? You write that down.
You shut up! He has 3, including Alexa!
I bet you don't even know it includes Alexa.
That's just fake.
We can't have nice things.
No. No, we cannot.
Stop.
Have you tried that exercise, though,
Which one?
What?
about not Googling something? Like,
Oh, I didn't know this was a thing now.
oh, yeah,
Okay, all right.
like you have a question,
Okay.
or you can't remember. Who's that actor
Yeah.
in that thing? And you Google it. Wait, I don't know, my kids have taught me this. You wait like an hour.
Okay.
And if it won't come
If
to
it
you,
genuinely does not come to you.
then Google it. But
That's-
give your brain a chance. So it's got to be something that you know. It can't be like, how many
okay,
kids does
okay.
Dexter Holland
Okay.
have? It's like,
All right.
who's that actor in that movie? I was name's on the tip of my tongue. I can't. Don't just Google it. Give your brain a minute to think about
Let's apply that rule to the next hour of the show and see how well it goes.
it. No Googling at all.
What is that?
No.
I got nothing to talk
Well,
about.
see,
man.
here's the thing. Corey and I are on the same page on this. He says, we know everything because of this. And the nation is still dumb as...
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I could show you some parts of the internet that really emphasize that. Again, I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted.
No, I read this.
Huh.
And Guy found this. I read this. This is the way to get a correct answer on the internet. Here's what you do. He says, the real secret is Cunningham's Law. The best way to get the right answer on the internet is to not ask a question. It's to post the wrong answer. And I saw
And
this.
you'll
You
get
go on,
corrected?
if you go on Reddit and ask, how do I do this? How do I
Yeah.
poach an egg? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And nobody will answer because no one wants to help.
Right.
Then you get a second Reddit. You get a fake Reddit account, and the fake Reddit account go in and answer the question yourself the wrong way, and then immediately people will pile on and help
The
you
best way to poach an egg is to.
because they like correcting people. They don't like helping people.
That's funny.
Creating a fake community is way easier than just Googling
Exactly.
something. No, that's how you get get authenticity.
Okay. Now let's take a break and come back after these with some big boy news and opinioendo. Stand by for all of that.
Homelessness is not just a grown-up problem. For 21 years, the Road Home app
right, 9:20. And it is time now for some big boy news and opinioendo. All your leftover news, Gina.
Okay.
Just throw it down right now. Brought to you by
Cascade Collision Repair is Utah's leader for certified repairs. Get a free estimate online at cascadecollision.com or in person, including at our newest location in West Valley City.
Well, our celebrity Grim Reaper, Frank Christ, was listening earlier. When I was struggling with the morsel of murder, I knew there was a story, but I said, I'll have to find that and get back to you. Well, Frank sent me the story, so I can do that for you.
Excellent.
Now.
He has a work email?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's always on the clock, never off.
That's good.
True. Suzanne Morphew went missing from the Colorado home. I said Texas. It's Colorado. Colorado home she shared with her husband and 2 daughters on Mother's Day 2020. 5 years and 3 days later, her husband, Barry Morphew, was indicted by a grand jury for her murder. It's the second time that Barry's been charged with killing his wife after the initial charges filed against him were dismissed 2 weeks before the trial at the request of prosecutors who filed their motion without prejudice in the event they wanted to retry the case. Meaning they were like, yeah, we don't quite have everything here. Let's step back and regroup. The case grew cold, yielding no new developments for close to 2 years until authorities got a huge break. On September 22nd, 2023, the team investigating the case of a missing woman stumbled upon the remains of Suzanne, approximately 50 miles from where she went missing. And close to 2 years after that discovery, her husband is now set to stand trial after being charged with his wife's murder again. A copy of the grand jury indictment filed with Colorado's 12th District Court reveals that Barry's second arrest came after the El Paso County Medical Examiner's Office determined Suzanne's cause of death to be homicide by unspecified means in the setting of, and there's a bunch of chemical names here I'm not going to read off. It was law enforcement who requested the medical exam to test for those chemical compounds. That's because the 3 drugs combined to make BAM, a powerful animal sedative that authorities allege Barry was in possession of at the time of his wife's disappearance. The indictment also alleges that law enforcement found one of these needle caps in the dryer after Barry dried the shorts he was wearing on the day of Suzanne's disappearance. Barry allegedly admitted to using BAM, both on a deer farm he previously had in Indiana and Colorado, just 1 month before his wife's disappearance, while sedating a deer in their yard. That admission proved to be a crucial part of the case against Barry. Law enforcement reviewed records throughout the state, which showed that no other private citizen or private business in any of the surrounding counties had purchased BAM between 2017 and 2020. He's literally the only person who bought it. So they got him this time, I think.
Should have bought a more common poison.
It's what you go to war with the army you have.
Yeah.
When Bill's gone, you get murder, and then you get lady part stories.
Sure.
Sorry.
Let me bring again.
It's fitting, actually, for this.
All right. I hope the legislature is listening.
Here's the headline. Brooks Nader started her period at Wimbledon, and people are praising her for how she handled the situation.
Okay.
Did she keep playing?
Model and former Dancing with the Stars contestant. She was an attendee. Okay. Brooks Nader's normalization of her wardrobe mishap while trying to be chic is receiving a lot of praise.
Okay.
Brooks attended the Wimbledon Championships, the annual tennis tournament in London, and unexpectedly started her period while watching the match.
Okay.
Now, cardinal rule, forgive the expression, when it's your time, or it's about your time, white pants that is like,
well, yeah,
you're playing with fire there,
so to speak.
She posted a picture of herself that said, well, I tried to be chic. Period started while I was at Wimbledon. And it is a picture of her in white pants. And but she's being praised for this. Women are like, this is real. This is this has happened to all of us at some point, and I appreciate you normalizing that this happens. Good for you for recognizing it.
Now, if only the legislature would pay attention to these sort of things,
Well,
because they don't know how lady parts work.
Yeah. And I bet, Carrie, there are members of our legislature that think that women know exactly when that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And prepare for it as such.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's Thursday the 23rd. I know what's going to happen on that day. No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Men don't understand it is a monthly gamble.
Yeah.
Could be today. Could
be a few days.
Tuesday.
And no, men don't understand that. They think, well, don't you know?
Which,
don't
speaking of, do you get like any sensation that it's coming on beforehand?
So, here, let me help. I'm glad
Please,
you asked,
incite
Nick.
me. Yeah.
So when
Incite you?
Incite me.
When you ovulate, so
Uh-huh.
women have the ovaries and it releases an egg.
Sure.
One.
Goes one. Usually what happens, one side this month, one side next month. They take turns.
In the
you know.
fallopian tube.
Thank you.
Yes.
And so when that happens,
Mm-hmm.
that you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little
kind of a
crampy thing. Like, oh, I'm ovulating. That's what that feeling is.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens a few days before. So you know it's probably coming, but it's not a 1-to-1.
It's never.
Gotcha.
It's like, watching a clock or something. You go, ding,
right,
there it is.
Right.
No.
You're like, oh, I know what this is, and that means sometime in the next day or two I'm going to have this happen. But so I mean, she's brave for wearing white, knowing it's around that time.
Yeah.
Oh, they found the picture.
Yes,
X96.com/live.
Yep.
Good for her, I say. Don't be embarrassed by that. It's happened to everybody.
Yeah, because I knew there was cramping, but I didn't know at what point.
Yeah, well, and then there's so let me help you again, Nick.
Please.
So there's a little sensation when the ovary releases the egg. The cramping. So what happens is your uterus gets ready for a baby every month, and how it gets ready for that is it creates this lining of your uterus. That's the period blood. It creates a lining. It's creating a hospitable environment for that baby to grow. And if the egg doesn't get fertilized, it goes, well, we don't need all this. And
Whoosh. There it is.
So in order to whoosh, that's cramping to kind of
push it out.
Push it out.
And at what point does Jesus cry?
When a sperm is wasted.
Okay.
That's when he cries.
Okay. I just want to make sure the science is clear here.
This show is so political.
Yeah.
It's just,
It really is.
yeah, but you, if any member of the legislature were listening right now, I guarantee you they just learned more about lady parts than they ever have.
I was incited.
Yeah?
Well,
yeah.
You have insight now.
I do have insight.
You weren't incited.
Yeah. Incited.
I'm here to help.
I'm good at this show.
I'm here to help.
All right.
Another gross news. Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump are apparently very serious with wedding bells possibly chiming. She's so happy. She's found happiness for the first time in her life. This is Don Jr.'s ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now hold it. Back up. Okay.
Tiger Woods.
Yes.
And Vanessa Trump.
And this is Don Jr.'s ex-wife.
Yes.
And she says, this is the happiest.
And she's had children.
And
with
she's
Don,
had children with Don Jr.
Jr.
Now, who is Don Jr. with these days?
So he broke up with Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Yeah.
Who's Gavin Newsom's ex.
Which I'm sure.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
And she's now the ambassador to Greece. And they're
kicked her down the road to Greece.
Kicked her down the road, and now he's with. She's I don't know her name. She's like a socialite. She's a much younger, prettier. You know, Kimberly had started to go over. She had like the MAGA makeover.
She had the MAGA makeover, just like you're supposed to.
Bettina Anderson is the current girlfriend.
Who dat?
Did you Google that? We weren't Googling things.
I forgot. It's so instinctual.
I'll bet Trump Jr. dumped her for a couple of reasons. One, she was more famous than he was.
You think?
And that made him jealous, so he dumped her. And now he's dating someone who's not famous.
He wants to be the
the star.
famous one in the. In related news, how much does it cost to get Mar-a-Lago face?
Ooh, let me
know.
The
MAGA makeover?
MAGA makeover. The cost of achieving a Mar-a-Lago face varies based on the extent of the cosmetic interventions. It can cost upwards of $90,000 to achieve the look. Brow lift, face lift, neck lift, nose job, fat transfer, fillers. $90,000 to look that terrible.
That terrible. Now, a guy in the chat room has found a picture of Trump Jr.'s latest, and there's only one photo. And she looks at this point reasonably normal.
This will change.
This will change. And then he will dump her again, and he will continue to be a member of the Party of Family Values. All right.
Yep.
Weather.
Yeah, that's a good point for that. Right now, we are currently at 78 degrees in Salt Lake City. We are going to reach a high of 93 later today, high of 94 tomorrow, high of 95 on Wednesday. Basically the same weather over the next few days with maybe some sparse clouds on Wednesday. It goes into an easy breezy 80 degrees after that, and it's all brought to you by Smith's Pharmacy. Welcomes Express Scripts Medicare D and TRICARE Department of Defense plan members. You can transfer prescriptions at smithsfoodanddrug.com/pay-or-update.
Thank you.
Don't miss a single moment of the Radio from Hell show. As soon as you wake up, tell your smart speaker to play
Yeah.
I'd get him an action figure or something cool.
Yeah.
Every year. It's because his mother did it.
The Lifesaver
and
book?
Shirley, the Lifesaver Sweet Story book. Every year.
Well, Punk gave me one of those every year.
Yeah, but that's all he gave me.
Wasn't like that.
Oh,
and
Yeah, it wasn't that and something.
and an action
No, it was,
figure.
here. So I told Ray, I said, I'm not going to get you Christmas presents anymore. Why? Because your mother keeps giving me these
Lame.
every year. I don't want them. So just keep
Did you
them.
eat them though?
No.
No.
The butter rum. I ate the
Yeah.
butter rum, but the rest, I think
You
my
should
sister.
be able to get one of those that's all butter rum.
Yes.
It seems to me you could.
Okay, next time I'm at the store, I'm going to actually look
Okay.
for butter rum lifesaver.
I haven't thought about a butter rum lifesaver in a long time.
I'm going to look it up online. That's what I'm going to do.
Orange mint ones are good. Butter rum, you leftists sicken me.
Is that what it
The texture says?
That's my sign off today.
You leftists sicken me.
Leftists sicken me. Me left. Okay.
It's Lifesavers Butter Rum Hard Candy Bulk. 20 single packs. You can have it by 6 today.
Amazon?
Yep.
Okay.
By 6 o'clock today.
Thank you, Robert. How much is that? Good heavens.
That's fine. That's
Gina's-
fine advice.
One of Gina's rules.
Perfectly fine advice.
All right. Because this show's so political, let's talk about soda.
Ooh.
Let me take a sip of my Diet Coke.
Take a sip of your Diet Coke there. A new study conducted, given some interesting insight into the true breadth of soft drink preferences across the country.
Okay.
Most popular beverage brands in the U.S. Can you guess?
Diet Coke number one.
Let me see. Well,
no.
No. All right.
Just straightforward Coca-Cola?
Yes.
Yeah.
It seemed pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola is the number one. But here,
I thought Diet Coke was more than
well,
regular Coke.
let's get into the data.
And you haven't been to the South,
and we'll
Gina
see.
Barberi.
In sixth place, Fanta.
Okay.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Consumers in California, Hawaii, and Oregon. West Coast popularity linked to orange.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe. Fifth place, which I thought would be higher, Mountain Dew.
I thought that would be higher also.
That's my preferred soda can.
Popular among the East Coast consumers, West Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Maine. This could very well be a testament to its staying power, the birthplace, Knoxville, Tennessee. Fourth place, Pepsi.
Fourth place, huh?
Controversial pick for Coca-Cola fans. Nevertheless, it's the drink of choice for East Coast consumers in New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Connecticut, and Rhode Island.
The fact that Pepsi's above Mountain Dew surprises me.
That does surprise me.
Yeah.
Third place, Sprite, please. Sprite sees rather widespread favor, enjoyed on both the East Coast, Midwest, Illinois, Michigan, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, and Virginia all claim this is their favorite soda.
I would think Utah
checks out.
would. Sprite, please. No?
Number 2, Dr. Pepper.
If I'm going to full strength something, it's a Dr. Pepper.
It's a Dr. Pepper?
Yep.
9 states laying claim to it as their go-to soda.
If I'm at a restaurant and I order a Diet Coke and they say, is Diet Pepsi okay? I say, how about Dr. Pepper? Like, I would rather have a Dr. Pepper than a Diet
Well,
Pepsi.
Midwest, Oklahoma, where my wife was from briefly. And that's where her love of Dr. Pepper, I think, came from. Kansas, Nebraska, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, West Virginia, Idaho, and Alaska. First place, Coca-Cola. 14 states, primarily in the South and Midwest. Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, South Carolina, Louisiana, Texas, Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Indiana, and Nevada.
If I'm sick, I want a full strength Coke.
Yeah.
Like if I have a sick tummy, that's what sounds good to me.
That'll heal you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canada Dry is lower on the list, popular in Massachusetts and Vermont. Kool-Aid,
Ooh, we were a big Kool-Aid family growing up.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
popular in North Dakota and South Dakota.
Again, the South. Like we got
Yeah.
southern roots. So
Iowa loves A&W root beer.
Now, wasn't that started here? Google it.
Oh, now we're breaking the rule?
I think A&W root beer originated in Utah.
A&W, where start?
Where start? Good job. 7-Up, number 1 in Minnesota.
Sprite's better than 7-Up.
I would prefer a 7-Up over a Sprite.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not as sweet. Is that why?
Could be.
Lodi, California.
Oh, I'm wrong.
Is where that started.
Arizona iced tea is very popular in Washington. Now, Arizona iced tea, it's interesting because I keep seeing interviews from the guy who owns it. He says, they say you haven't raised your prices like ever. What's the deal?
Yeah.
And he said, we're making enough money.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he's so anti-corporate. You know, he says, we're making enough money. We're paying the bills.
That's unusual.
Yeah. Lipton iced tea. People love New Hampshire. In New Hampshire, love Lipton iced tea. And then we're starting to get into juices now. Ocean Spray, Minute Maid, Tropicana.
I'm surprised sparkling waters aren't on that list at all.
Does that count as? I guess it's soda water.
Yeah.
That's-
I feel like I've seen way more LaCroix in the last 5 years than any other period of my life. I think people are trying to get off the soda train.
Indiana loves Orange Crush.
I do love an Orange Crush.
Good Orange
Those are
Crush.
good.
Now, I kind of made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
I was the one person who really loved the Coke with coffee that they put out.
Oh, they were like the little thin can, right?
Yeah, the little thin can. Katie liked it okay.
Is it like an energy drink, kind of? Like
it's
more
just
caffeine?
Coke. It's just Coke with coffee.
Oh, okay.
That's all it was. And so Sue said, why don't we have a Coke with coffee, except let's use Dr. Pepper. And so I did that, and I
Like
tasted
you made it at home?
Yeah, I made it at home. Didn't quite taste right.
With what, drip coffee? Or?
Yeah, just leftover coffee. Didn't quite taste right. So I thought, maybe if I put a little half and half in there, that might help.
Yeah.
Carrie, you know that's what the dirty sodas are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't help.
Oh.
Yeah. So I got to find a place that still, I don't know if they still make the Coke with coffee. They don't? Katie says no.
You were the only one that bought it.
Apparently I was the only one that bought it.
Oh, you're burgeoning into content that we could post online of you making just the most ridiculous sodas.
Well, let me give one to you.
Yeah.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
I dare you to try this.
Sure.
You have red wine at home?
Yeah, I do.
Half Coke, half red wine.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah, that's a great combo.
Coco Vino.
Yeah.
It sounds really weird.
It sounds weird.
I've
but
heard you talk about this before, but I've never tried it.
It sounds weird, but it is delicious.
Coke also pairs well with tequila, but you don't mix it. You use Coke
Yeah.
as the chaser.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's like a perfect chaser.
So with the Coco Vino, it's just straight half and half?
Half and half over ice. You'll thank me.
I might try. You've talked about it before, and I haven't dared. Maybe I'll try it.
You'll go, wow, where has this been all my life? Let's see.
That's a hell of a drink to get, like, wasted.
Yeah.
I know, right? Your body doesn't know what to do. Gina, I think the reason you enjoy Coke when you feel nauseous is that it has a medicinal effect.
Yeah.
When I was sick as a child, my doctor would prescribe us the Coke syrup to help with nausea. It would either chase your nausea away or make you throw up. And then you'd feel better.
You're going to feel better one way or another.
I get terrible seasonal allergies, and I love, like, a
real
full-strength Coke. Yeah, to the bubbles alleviate the throat.
I'm just sad that Squirt wasn't on the list, because I love Squirt.
Or
what do
Mug. Mug is my favorite root
Mug
beer
root
brand.
beer?
Yeah.
And
Mug.
what do you mix Squirt with?
Tequila.
Yeah. That's a good mix.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah. And what was the Dr. Pepper ripoff? Dr. What was it?
Okay, we're not going to Google it.
No. Okay. Because it's at
Dr.
the forefront of my
Pepper,
brain.
and it's Mr. something, isn't it?
Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Mr. Pibb.
We got there.
Yeah.
We didn't have to Google it.
No.
Mr. Pibb.
Good for us.
Where's Mr. Pibb on the list? Where's Ramblin' Root Beer on the list?
Yeah. I need my mug. The bite of mug.
Barks. Where's Barks Root Beer
Barks
on the
is
list?
good, too. Barks is really
They
good.
still have Barks? Is that
Yeah,
still around?
Barks is great.
Okay.
I was a root beer kid.
You strike me as a root beer.
Yeah.
You look
Yeah.
like
I thought so.
You strike me
That's
as
just
a root
like
beer kid.
All right. We'll take a break, play a song, and crawl towards the exits after these. Stand by. UtahAdvocates.com. Many people on here on the second floor have used the Advocates, including Katie, Sarge as well.
There are people that have been in accidents and were injured, and it wasn't their fault.
Mm-hmm. And as I was coming into the office this morning, I saw that there's a poster up for the apple tree.
Yeah, so this is the apple tree that Road Home has partnered with the Utah Advocates for. You're thinking, oh my gosh, back to school stuff. But Apple Tree at Road Home gets started early to make sure they have enough new backpacks, shoes, clothing for special needs children, for kids that have need a little leg up, getting them ready for the school year. And you can help too with the Advocates. They've made it easy. They have 3 locations of the Advocates: Ogden, Murray, and Provo. You can go into their office and you pick a name off the tree, and the name is for a specific child, and you can get them some items they need for school.
It makes you feel better, you know, and you're helping out kids in need. So contact them, UtahAdvocates.com for all their locations, or just swing by and make a donation. Did you know you...
Go! Prepare for countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We fly out on Easter.
I think they do Easter in Mexico.
But I mean, we're like flying.
Well, why don't you organize an Easter egg hunt on the plane?
Hey, you know, that's
on the plane.
A real, a good mom would.
Someone has done that before.
And get all the passengers involved. It'll be so fun.
I'm just going to hide stuff in their suitcase. They can find it when they get there.
Oh,
the chocolate melted.
No, I'm sticking with jelly beans and things that don't melt.
I don't think we are not observing Easter in any way, shape, or form this year.
You could have ham when you get there.
I could. I have a recipe here to step up my ham glaze. Ooh.
Step it up.
A 3-ingredient ham glaze that'll step up your baked ham.
Only 3 ingredients?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, sugar. Or is it
a brown sugar?
Brown sugar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Water.
Yeah.
And
booze, probably.
Oh, like bourbon. Ooh, that'd be good.
I didn't look at it. No. I don't know.
You need to know what that third ingredient is.
I probably already deleted it. I'm sorry, Carrie.
Yeah. Damn it.
Without looking. No, wait. No.
No.
Oh, here it is.
Oh.
Wait. Let's see. I think
You're
I
teasing.
got it.
You're just teasing me.
No,
now.
I think I've got it here.
Is it Coca-Cola?
Wait a minute. Let's see. I gotta go. Lamb recipe. No, 2-ingredient trick for the most luxurious
that's
sweet
not it.
potatoes.
No.
No, that's not it.
Well, maybe when we come back, you'll have it.
I'll see if you can step up your ham, baked ham. Let's see. I'll look for it.
Oh, this is a good suggestion. This is how I'll celebrate. I'll watch Life of Brian.
Yeah, there you go.
Good suggestion.
There it is. I found it.
Okay.
Okay. Read more. The 3-ingredient glaze that makes ham 100 times better.
Brown sugar.
Okay. Come on, open, you son of a... Okay, there it is.
All right.
This glaze will work with any kind of ham. Half a cup of brown sugar. Third of a cup of water. Well, there are 4 ingredients here.
What do you do?
3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard and a
All right.
quarter of a teaspoon of ground cloves.
All sounds
That's
great.
4 ingredients.
That works.
How to make
water doesn't count as an
how to make
ingredient.
my 3-ingredient ham glaze? Use 4 ingredients.
That's confusing.
Yes, water's an ingredient because it says 1/3 cup water, pineapple juice, or orange juice. So,
we went to Hawaii for Easter when I was younger. My mom hid the eggs all around the hotel room and a couple hidden outside. It was fun.
Oh, okay.
here's a simple tip: you can make the glaze while the ham is heating up in the oven.
Well, sure.
No, really?
Yeah.
Boy, they think of everything, don't they?
There's a reason why they call this Simply Recipes. It's for the simple.
Brown sugar, bourbon, and honey.
Yum.
That's what someone is saying.
That's what I would do.
There you go. That would be a good one. All right. On this day, in 1993, Bjork released her debut studio solo album featuring the singles Human Behavior, Venus as a Boy, Play Dead, Violently Happy, and that song Big Time Sensuality.
We played Human Behavior, too.
Did we? Oh, okay. That was her first solo effort because she was in a band called the Sugar Cubes. Kids, look it up. All right. You all right?
Thanks for helping out today,
Yeah,
Nick.
of course. Not a problem.
Bill, we think he went to Moab. I feel like that's where he said he went.
I don't know.
He should be back tomorrow.
Should be. Emphasis.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm writing and sending promos. It's hard to
go right ahead.
do everything.
Gina,
but I'm used to it.
Okay.
I got this for you.
Oh.
What's with all the presents?
Oh, this is from Sue.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. There's stuff in here for Ed as well.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta find the stuff.
I feel like you've been spoiled. I got my keychain already.
Here we go.
That looks nice.
Some face masks.
Oh, so the Korean like skincare is like the best in the world.
Oh, you've talked about it before.
Yes.
Oh, black snail retinol wrinkle mask.
Yes.
Ooh.
This is for slugging. Have you heard of slugging?
I have not heard of slugging. Before I make any assumptions, I would like to know what that means.
I mean, slugging is like putting so much goop on your face. It's like a slug was there.
Yeah, and that's what these
Yeah.
are essentially.
Oh, deep collagen power boosting mask. It's not even my birthday. Ooh. Biocollagen deep mask. Thanks, Sue.
I think that's the one I did yesterday.
Oh, you did one?
Yeah,
You do these?
about once a week. Yeah,
You do these once a week.
when I have them.
That's more than I do.
Yeah, they look nice.
It's especially in the summer. It's like a cooling kind of thing on your face.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
You take a little 10-minute nap. You just sort of.
Well, these are like, if you read the instructions, these are like 3 hours or overnight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll do that tonight then.
A whole event.
it's an event, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't want to do an event.
No, is that too
Nope,
much?
I
Too
didn't want
much for
anything.
you?
Too much for you?
Nope.
Okay.
I've got 4 of them. I could give you one of these.
I did not want a present.
No. I hate. You already got a present. You got a present from your mom this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. No,
That's true.
You're right.
All right.
That's a good present.
Let's do the promo and crawl towards the exits.
After the 4th of July weekend, we still have full fingers for Tuesday's Radio from Hell show.
Do we really need all of our fingers for Utah Word of the Day? If anything, I think less fingers would make it better.
Our fingers are still fully attached. Tuesday's Radio from Hell show, X96. You all right?
No, we just end the show with no present, and I'll go.
And you have to work tonight, right?
Yeah. Yep.
What if people want to hear more of you? How do they do that?
Oh, that's a present, I guess.
Yeah.
Me plugging
It's a
things.
gift, yes.
10 p.m. to 2 a.m. You can catch me right here on this very station. You can also follow me on all the socials. At Nick Drools is my username for each of them. NICKDROOLZ.
All right. Thank
There
you
you
very
go.
much.
Thanks for having me.
Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Remember who you are and what you stand for.
It's no Sicilian pine cone.
No, it is not.
Artie Fufkin is next.
X96. Artie Fufkin's 1 hour nonstop way back wing date.